on! You didn't remind me. So forgetful. I already got my hot chocolate, okay? I'm ahead of the curve.
Oh my god.
I already got it. It's already finished. It's fine.
I'm taking off my glasses for this cast. I can't.
I wish I could take off these glasses, but then I get a headache and then everything hurts, so I gotta fucking deal with it.
I wish I could take off my glasses for this cast too, but I'm gonna have to be 2 inches from the screen otherwise.
Yeah, it's kind of sucks going blind, I'm not gonna lie.
It's great. Being blind, it's great. It's a lovely thing.
Is it?
Oh, we're already in bands. All right. Pick bands. Let me just pop it in the lobby.
Oh, I wasn't in the.
Yeah, I wasn't either. Duck sent it to me. Here we go.
Wow, these fucking people.
What do you mean these people?
Except for Duck. Duck's great because Duck was paying attention. The homie Humpers. Oh, thank goodness! It's Team versus homie Humpers. I can remember these names.
Nicolas. All right, here we go. We're getting the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Already, we have our heads blocking the bands. Apologies for that, but we have Team versus homie Humpers here. We have a Yone band, Maokai and Sivir on the side of Team. The Yone band, obviously towards Soup. Trying to get that Yone top out of the way. And on the reverse side for homie Humpers, they have banned out Zareth, Scion, and Mr. Baroloff himself. Didn't you know? Oh, no, you're totally fine. Don't worry about it. Hello, friends. Hello, homie Humpers for the win. They already started off with the first pick, Ezreal, on the side of Team. I'm just a huge... I might be a little bit... I don't know. I just love Ezreal in general. I think Ezreal's great. I think Ezreal can... yeah, go ahead.
To take away Ezreal from Bazooka. I saw what he was doing in one of those games, and just, you know what? Just take it for yourself.
That's true. You can't let that man have Ezreal. It's just not right. The things that he does to people is just malicious. On the reverse side, though, we do have a... they said, hey, you're going to ban out the Yone, we're going to take the Yasuo, and a Gragas lock-in as well. Gragas can be flexed a little bit, and Gragas is just a pretty phenomenal pick right now in general. The Amumu, man, I'm
loving it.
People really are loving Amumu. I'm indifferent. I'm a little bit indifferent because I feel like if you choose Amumu early on in the draft, it becomes easy for the enemy team to kind of just set up a front line, set up very few ways for Amumu to actually get in.
It's nuts to me. I was the only one in the rec league that was playing the support Amumu back in the day, so I love this champion, but even now I'm like, is that the pick? Is that what you really want? I mean, you got the Nautilus, which is a good pick because it can go in with the Amumu, and it's just CC for days. Now you can probably pick nothing but damage.
Yeah.
But I will say the Amumu not looking like a strong pick, and not that anybody's really played it poorly per se that has been playing it, but it just doesn't look like it's doing much. It's like a Maokai Light at the moment.
Yeah.
Ooh,
and the Rel. I love Rel.
There's just a small brain, no mechanics over here with the picks that can go literally anywhere, so have fun trying to ban in the second round. Like, you can ban ADCs at the very least, but then, you know, Yasuo could also go ADC, so who even knows?
True. How's it going, Dragon King? Hovering the Ziggs ban here. They're looking to try to get rid of this poke comp kind of setup, or honestly, the Anivia works too, in the fact that pushing into Ezreal and Anivia is just massively annoying. They already have a massive front line on the side of Team regardless, so having something that can just lock you down on top of an Anivia ulti is pretty annoying.
I will say, I do not envy this Nautilus if they pick a poke comp, because nothing is more frustrating than playing an all-in champion and just standing there hoping and waiting. But he's also pretty good at disengage as well. So was the Amumu, so, you know, maybe it won't be too bad, but we'll see.
Got the Darius ban on the side of homie Humpers. The Malphite ban on the reverse side, trying to get rid of that massive wombo combo. A lot of in potential for Yasuo. They can kind of already see the signs of a Yasuo hyper carry coming out of Team homie Humpers. Let's
I would
see
say
how
you
they
almost
round
don't
it
even
out.
you almost don't even need too much for him. The Gragas body slam and ulti and the knockup from Rel.
Yeah,
I think that's gonna be not that Rel's knockup's massive, but
the little gallop.
maybe something else is set. Yeah, I would say maybe something with a little bit of setup because that's already nothing but front line right now in Homie Humpers. So I wanna see what their back line's gonna look like.
They wanted to get rid of
I
that
mean,
Silas. They're like, hey, we got Nautilus and Mumu Ezreal ultis for him to snag.
not a bad idea. Not a bad ban.
That's good to hear, Dragon King.
They're gonna pick the Ziggs. Okay.
Yeah, they snag the Ziggs here. And Ziggs is a bit of a flex pick as well as the Yasuo. There's a lot of flexing that's happening in these team comps from drafts in these first couple of weeks here. And I love it. I love it. I cannot believe it. It's so pokey. Malza. Okay, I'm sorry, team. They just, I mean, AIDS. What are you going to do against AIDS?
They are going to find one target and they are going to die.
I mean, pretty much. I mean, here's the thing, though, is on the side of team, minus the Ezreal, everybody is so hyper immobile. And then Mordekaiser, yeah, this is just team, like, and then you got the one twink in the back that can, like, teleport everywhere. But, like, on the side of Homie Humpers, if Yasuo is able to just navigate his way to the backside with Rel, with Gragas, it becomes kind of scary for Malzahar to try to just ulti anybody.
Ezreal. They
Ezreal
kind of have... Ooh.
Oh, baby. All right. We got Gangplank locked in, ladies and gents. Let's go. I'm so here for this.
Interesting.
I'm hoping to see some high caliber Gangplank gameplay.
I would say I have some... I once again do have the... I don't know what Homie Humpers team is supposed to do. It just looks like it looks like they just rolled the dice and whatever it landed on.
Honestly, I don't hate it. I think it's pretty good. I think it's pretty good in the fact that, like, if Gangplank is able to get rolling and get in a side wave, it's going to be hard for team to really be able to do much of anything. Mordekaiser's going to have to match him. Gangplank's going to be a menace in the later parts of this game. Ziggs, alone is probably going to be able to keep wave clear in and enough to stop team from just diving them constantly. If you're team, you just see this team comp and you're like, oh, they're a bunch of squishies and Rel. Like, even Gragas, like, if Gragas gets hit by a Mumu, like, that's prime. Rel is going to have to do so much in this team comp. But I like it. I do like it.
And I mean, it is kind of crazy because team doesn't have like a singular heavy damage dealer because like Malzahar has a lot of damage over time. Mordekaiser does do a lot of damage, but he is also tanky, so he doesn't do like full damage. Ezreal can hurt, but relies on the skill shot and poking. So whereas the Homie Humpers, somebody lands one thing, it's an all-in go. And you're relying on the survivability of your team with the Amumu, the Nautilus, and then the pseudo-tankiness of Malzahar and Mordekaiser to just kind of outlast the team fight. And they got the CC to hold them down, so, they can definitely pull it off.
I will say, though, like, I was pretty skeptical about the Amumu pick, like, just early on, and I still would probably not pick it that early on in draft. But I think Team Homie Humpers picked themselves into that Mumu a little bit.
It's interesting because like you have Gangplank who can just get rid of a lot of CC, but like you can only get rid of one CC.
Yeah.
So QSS probably I mean, is it a Ziggs ADC or is it a Yasuo ADC? You know what I mean? Like I'm still trying to figure that out.
That's what's kind of up in the air. Yeah. I'm trying to look with the Rel. I think you'd probably want the Yasuo. I'm sure the Ziggs is probably going mid because Ziggs against Malzahar, Ziggs can actually poke out the Malzahar a little bit, keep him off the wave, and keep his minions from just pushing constantly. Ziggs has a little bit of a lane advantage early on, at least. Once Malzahar gets a full item, he can just shove regardless, but I would say it's Yasuo Relbot. Not 100% sure.
Yeah, and I mean it is funny too because the Gragas could go into the support role as well, but I'm assuming that is not
True.
going to be the case here.
True.
I mean, because then you have Gragas and Yasuo to do a decent damage, you know, at level 5, maybe even 6. But
Is that the Bussy Blaster team?
it's the something.
Ay.
Definitely the something.
By the way, happy birthday, Marth. What?
We're just waiting for Bussy Buster to go say happy birthday to his dad, because I guess they're cutting the cake. So happy birthday to
Oh, nice.
Busy's
Oh, wait.
dad.
I didn't mean to. Wait. I think I set it up prematurely. I just wanted to say that we're good.
Oh
I
boy,
think I
you
fucked
ruined
up.
everything.
I think
Why did you say good?
I think we destroyed America. We let America down. They're taking their time
Oh,
with the
boy.
band. That's probably a good sign that they were ready.
Yeah, that he's not back.
Ay.
Oh no.
Listen, I'm on a time slot here. We gotta. I'm just kidding. Jeez, man.
Happy birthday, Marth. We good. Boy, howdy. Oh boy. All right, you know what? Give one of the spectators the ability to start the game, okay? Like clearly these
Happy
people cannot
birthday,
be
Josh.
trusted.
Happy birthday to you,
Thank you.
Josh. How
Thank
old are you?
You know, I thought I was turning 8 next year, but apparently I'm turning 32 right fucking now. So, you know, it feels pretty good. I'm glad to have my birthday twice, to have 2 birthdays in a year. You know?
Darn it, Keen. What do you mean?
Darn it, Keen.
What do you mean, darn it, Keen? I'm just a spectator. I just said we good. That means me and Josh.
Yeah,
Bum,
right?
bum, 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 bum.
Keen does not speak for anybody else but the casting crew.
It's true. I try not to speak for anybody. I try. But as far as these team comps go,
We're gonna run out of shit to say by the time we get into the actual champ select, and have to wait those 3 minutes. But you
that's
know,
true.
it's all
Let's
right.
talk about something else. Chat. What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. What do you want to talk about?
What's your favorite color marker to sniff?
I mean, I
I
always
like
liked
the OG
Sharpies when I was a
Sharpie.
kid.
Yeah. OG
Yeah, I would
Sharpie
say
is pretty
so.
good. You know, but you got to take what you can get. Gasoline, glue. Yep. Black Sharpie. Okay.
Yep.
Base.
What are you trying to tell people? Can you believe it? I can only imagine that it's like it's somehow in this future it didn't happen, but like in the distant future, I just imagine it's like Sharpies now scented. It's like smell of gasoline, but it doesn't give you the headache. You know?
Smell of
Just
your
like
wife without the nagging.
I said future, not the 70s.
Oh god. Sharpie goes through the incel arc.
Do your Sharpies just not have enough misogyny in them?
Yeah.
Try the new incel line.
Bussy Blaster
Oh,
says,
yeah.
okay. You good, Buster?
Pussy Buster.
I don't care. It's Blaster now. I really.
It's pussy. You can't just look. They changed their name enough. For the love of fuck.
I don't know. It sounds funnier.
Well, of course it does. You put Blaster into anything and it sounds better.
The only thing I can think of like Buster is like Buster Brown. Like I'm Bussy Buster.
Bussy Buster Brown. Like I don't understand.
Like I think of it less
That
of a
makes
title as
sense,
more of a
too.
name. Like
Bussy Buster Brown. Like that makes sense. Like that is a sentence. And a name.
one blasted pussy, one busted pussy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're both viles. Both names are vile. I agree.
Shake my head.
Shaking my head. Wait, did they ban Maokai? Oh, they did. I didn't even notice that. Oh yeah, that's right. Because we came in, they were already halfway through their bans.
True. So, I'm going to talk very slowly so we don't run out of things to speak on.
Please, we'll never run out. Okay, so they banned the Scion, so apparently, you know, it does ring true that this person says remove Scion from the game. I think it's his Lux. Ban Scion, so, you know, clearly they were probably screaming for it. They wanted it. Scion doesn't even feel that strong right now.
Sign players are just... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say anything about that.
No, it's... Yeah, you can say whatever you want. It's probably right. I'm not even going to argue it. Definitely the Gragas in the jungle. I mean, look, we've seen a lot of good Gragas. Gragas seems like a prio pick in this league right now.
Yeah.
Like, every Gragas I've seen has looked nasty.
I think he has a pretty high win rate, too. From all the games I've casted, personally, I think that we haven't seen Gragas lose. I'm pretty sure, at least. I mean, maybe there was a game, but we've seen, like...
the website.
Pull up the website, pick up the wiki.
Somebody's got the website that can see the stats on champions picked and won with.
Cursed us now? I would never curse you.
Curse you? How about just get good that you don't even need... You need the curse just to make the game interesting. Huh?
Damn.
Think of it that way?
Solo
Saying.
Bolo, we shillin', Yonkin, WPGG. I don't know why I said Yonkin.
Yokin?
Yonk.
We yoking out here.
We yelking out here.
Gotta hitch up them buggies. You gotta go out west. We too far in the east right now. Come on back here. You hear? Like I go to my grandparents and watch nothing but westerns because that's what my grandpa likes to watch. All right, so I know a little bit about yoking. All right. Maybe they'll rock the Toy Soldier Gangplank for you in this game.
I hope so. Wait, Soup, can you play Toy Soldier Gangplank? Please.
Do it.
Please. Bruh, really? Yes, really? What else are you gonna play? What else is there?
You are the homie Humpers.
Man's out here gonna play default Gangplanks. GP the Traitor, or whatever.
I do kind of wish that like they could have made it so instead of waiting for the spectator delay in Champ Select that like it would come up to the loading screen, load the game, and then just sit in the loading screen for 3 minutes. Or like a timer maybe, so that way you know that it's like actually happening. But
or just to put up like a little dancing Garen in the background, just have him dance while like he kind of loads and it shows like the little loading bar.
I just wish, I don't know if it's still on it or if it's even true, but the people, Bandai Namco, I think it is, whoever made the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games and the Tenkaichi games, apparently they had like, I don't want to say a patent, but like they basically made it so other people can't make it so you can do stuff during the loading screen. Like apparently that was like, I don't know if copyrighted's the right word, but it's the only one that I can think of for this. But yeah, apparently only the people who made those games can do that. And, like that's why nobody else has done it with their loading screens.
That's kind of annoying. It's kind of a bad thing to do. Taking a shot every time you guys say "not for nothing." I'm on my way to say "not for nothing" every single sentence.
You are alcohol poisoning, a term that you are familiar with. Hey, we're not even through game 1 and you're already on freaking...
I'm calling it. This is going to be the first game 3. Oh shit, first blood from who? Damn it! What about an Assassin's Creed where you can run around in an endless void? What? Assassin's Creed is a game series. I'm just kidding. We got 1 minute left. Who are we calling, chat? Where are the predictions lying? Where are they truthing?
Where are they truthing? That is.
Where were you on 9/11? Let's see.
What?
Team or Homie Humpers game 1? What are we thinking here, chat? Who has the better team comp? Team
Yeah,
Homie Humpers?
there we go.
Okay. All right. I think that team that starts with team will win. True. I think that team has an easier comp to pull off here. But I think if Homie Humpers are able to get even a little bit of momentum, it's going to be a long time before team is able to do anything in return. Team kind of has to rely on this Mordekaiser early on. Malzahar needs a couple of items under his belt. Ezreal does too.
I mean, it's just weird because I don't know how Ezreal fits into the comp, I guess, because it's like it's not a poke comp. The Malzahar, Mordekaiser, Nautilus, and Mumu feels like a pick comp. So I'm interested to see how it,
I think
works
Ezreal's
together.
a flexible
'Cause Ezreal's
pick.
just good. Yeah, Ezreal can kind of do it all. So I'm not too worried about it. He kind of slots in, but I'm just wondering if there could have been a better pick over the Ezreal. I mean, maybe they're also just really comfortable with Ezreal and really good at it. So
He's playing Toy Soldier gameplay.
does not take much to make this boy happy.
I'm a man of very few requirements. I'm a man of
Why
simple
does-
pleasures.
Like my spectator thing will load up and be loading, and then it'll also have my client in the background. Where it's
Yeah.
like, do you want to reconnect? And I'm like, what?
It's doing that to me too. And for some reason, the game capture is not working on the screen, so that's a great
What in
sign,
the-
probably.
Eldritch horror is that Zig skit? Holy moly!
He's just loving life. Oh, there we is the game capture working? Game capture work! I'm about to
Man,
freak.
I remember when the Ace skin line came out, or like not Ace, they weren't all Aces. They were the card things came out. They all looked so good.
Can we get
up,
week
good?
3 power ranking? Oh, I don't know. Have I casted every single team? I would have to look. But yeah, we could do that afterwards. For sure. Team about to get humped. Ian and Josh, my favorite streamers, can't wait to see the game.
Favorite and best. I think.
Just a 5-man fan out here. A little exchange of little exchange
Bazooka
of vision.
Boring. Come on, what is this? Nobody wants to do anything exciting. You get what, one little ward in the river? So now you gotta hope that the jungler comes by that ward in the river. You know what you could have done? 5-manned into the jungle and know where they're starting, so you know where to be safe on the map. You'll know when they show up, and you know where you can do in different lanes.
All right, let it also be
Instead-
known that Bussy Blaster is first strike gangplank, so they infinitely they gain even more favor with me in the fact that that is the only way to play gangplank. I don't care if you're in a matchup where you're going to get poked for 90% of the game. Having a free 5 gold every now and then is pretty nice.
I mean, I guess like it is like into a melee matchup. I feel like it's a
Yeah.
little bit easier. to be able to take
Gangplank
for
can
sure.
kind of poke. I mean, if he goes like anything else realistically in this matchup early on, Gangplank still kind of into Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser's decent into Gangplank early, so like you're just gonna want to get a little bit of extra golds, not really looking to try to kill him early on.
Mhm.
When we left the league got boring. Oh my goodness! Oh, hold that
True.
thought.
Ooh, already going in on
nice.
the Nautilus, misses his hook.
Yeah,
Has to
Duck.
burn the flash.
Duck kind of just straps Soul down to the ground. Soul's barely misses out his hook to get back to the tower.
And they really made sure they shoved that. They were like, hey, we're level 2 first, let's do something. And something they did.
You love to see it. You really do, people.
Yeah.
You love to see it.
Now, the Gragas did start top side, so we're going to hope that they come down bot side and can make something happen now that they know that the Nautilus is down. but chances are that Homie Humpers are not going to let them push out far enough to be able to try and do anything.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Mumu is kind of just in the area right now. Just looking to farm up a clean sweep through his jungle.
How did this Gragas even?
Yeah, very, very far ahead of the Gragas, just in the fact that, like, with some of these multi-camps, Mumu just takes them very, very fast. Chickens are just, like, not even a thing.
Yeah. Being on blue side of the Mumu is awful.
Mumu is looking for a small wraparound gank. He is going to get spotted out in this ward. Meanwhile, I have a little bit of action mid with, some aids just being tossed. The everyday now, thing that happens in mid lane.
Ooh, they might be able to catch out this Mumu in the river here.
Yeah, they're closing in on a Mumu. A nice flash just to keep him safe. Alves is going to make his way out.
Lucky enough, Malzahar is really good at picking lanes, so able to make that side, going up the safer play there to get out. Ooh.
Now Gragas is sweeping in and around. They have quite the push down. Smalls is going to dash in. He does not have the flash.
I mean, I'm just going to say it. I'm already thinking Homie Humpers is going to win this one. I just realized Nautilus did take the Glacial Augment. We got more action in the bot lane. There's just a party going on down here. Ooh, well, good stun here from the Rel, getting both of them.
Yasuo is just right on top of two of them. He's taking down damage, though, and the first blood does come through for Yasuo. However, it is going to be traded out. Yasuo had to kind of frontline and take the brunt of all of the damage, while the rest of his team kind of came in with support, and unfortunately it cost them a little bit. They do get the first blood gold, but they are down almost 1k.
I was saying, good heads up on a Mumu to make sure that they got on the right side of that Gragas to stop the body slam so he couldn't get out. Alright, Drake's going to be coming up here soon. Already a Sheen and a Tyr on the side of Ezreal, so they're going to be pretty happy with that, especially because they started Cole.
Yeah, Ezreal needs a little bit of time before he's really going to be looking to do much here. This wave is completely frozen. Just Ezreal is going to have to be playing a little bit further back, even with his dashes, just to be careful. They do know that Gragas has his flash down, so it does lessen the likelihood of him coming in and getting a massive gank off, but still need to be careful nonetheless. That's probably around the position that we're going to see the Ezreal at.
Now it looks like the junglers on the same side of the map, so we'll see if they meet each other on a play. Ooh. They're just not allowed to push up in the bot lane still, even having the lead.
This is kind of what I thought would happen early on for the most part, regardless. Ziggs kind of just shoving at this Malzahar at the moment. The only lane that I thought realistically would have much happening would be this top lane, and they're just looking to kind of happily trade farm here at the moment.
Just gonna chill, farm it out.
We do have level 6 on Malzahar as Dragon is starting to get attacked by Red here.
Move over.
Yeah, Homie Humpers is in the area. They have the Dragon down to 3,500 here.
I said they're just gonna get this. Ooh, they're not even gonna try and get the scuttle. That extra speed boost can mean a lot. So
Yasuo is really looking for some of these squishier targets. He's trying to. Oh man, Duck taking a lot of damage from the Infernal Dragon here. Still at 3k. Small dashes in over the wall. The Ziggs ultimate a little bit too soon. The Yasuo wall comes down, but a little bit too much damage on the Rel already. She ends up dying.
Team very decisive with their plays. Like there is not hesitation. When something lands, like they are ready for it. But they do manage to get the scuttle. Blue team's gonna start up.
Yeah, blue team is starting up Dragon here. Ziggs is coming over to kind of poke a little bit, but it should be all for naught, as they should be able to clean this up. Will they be able to get out alive? Oh man, Malzahar with the flash ulti! We're gonna get a follow-up from a Munu bandage toss, and Meta picks himself up a nice, or sorry, Mega picks himself a nice little kill there. the 3-0 on Ezreal. And like I said, all they need is kind of just a little bit here just to start collecting some items and getting rolling. This Ezreal's going to be a little bit dangerous now.
Which is exactly what you want to see. It was the one pick that I was kind of like, yeah, we'll see what happens. And, you know, I'm more than happy to see that it's exactly what they needed. You can't miss a skill shot when they can't move. Or, well, at least it's harder to hit it's harder to miss a skill shot when they can't move.
I've seen it before, unfortunately.
And I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like you have the Malzahar, so you can't even walk up safely like that.
Doc waiting in the brush here. We do have level 6 on Yasuo. If they're able to connect with this Ezreal, they can get quite a lot of damage. Even down on the Nautilus,
Yeah,
Bazooka hopping right on Ezreal here. Mega getting chunked down. They're actually not going to go for the dive as Bazooka ends up taking the brunt of the tower damage.
He's got the knockup, but Yamumu's on his way down.
Yeah, Mumu is on his way down. They're going to have to back away from this tri-brush, but Souls has a different idea in mind. He says, come over here. A nice flash ultimate from a Mumu. Bazooka is going to run away.
That hopefully they went through the rel there, but it doesn't even matter. So far ahead. What a... Team is looking like their name. They are a team. Like... I just... Great team play, great follow-up. Everybody seems to be on the same page. Straight up on the same page. Like, it's honestly kind of incredible. Hopefully, Homie Humpers can mount a comeback or bounce back from this one. You know, every game's comebackable. But Ezreal is looking scary for somebody who built 2 early game items that do not really help them at all in the early game. You know, you start Cole and Tier, you're trying to scale at that point, and not much scaling you need to do when you're already there at 10 minutes in the game.
All right, and Rift Herald was secured while that was going on by Gragas. He's going to try to look to get a couple of plates for... I don't really know where he's going to try to go yet. Maybe bot lane? Ooh. His Lux tries to dash away, puts down the satchel, but is locked down! He's going to hop away, but it's just too many dots.
His Lux had flash and just thought they could... Look, it's the Nautilus hook is too fat. If you got flash, just burn it. You know? The Nautilus hook is just too fat. It's like too impossible to miss.
Gangplank ulti coming down into the mid lane here. Going to clear out this minion wave, make it so that they can't probably get this turret play. A nice little save from Bussy Blaster.
We got Smalls here in the bot lane. They really want... Ooh, here we go.
A nice cask! They're going to try to lock down Ezreal, and this time it's actually going to work. Yasuo picks that up. Bazooka with a kill.
Play.
He's actually he's 2-1 right now, and actually ahead of Ezreal. Massively.
Lulu's down here, but Bazooka could be looking to get a lot of turret plating. Good wind wall should stop the entirety of that, and he still gets the tower plates from that. And they use Nautilus ulti on the rail, so that's another good thing to keep in mind is that the Nautilus ulti is down. They know Mumu's in the area, so they just gotta play it safe.
Souls is looking for a hook here.
Ooh. They're still looking for it.
Meanwhile, a little bit of trading going on in mid lane. I'm just gonna back off and reset. How's this Gangplank doing here? He's actually, that's just the power of First Strike Gold. Is he's actually up in gold over this Mordekaiser, despite him getting a plate and being ahead in CS.
Gangplank just TP's mid. Sees the Mordekaiser, just matches him.
Yeah, they're looking to. They use those TPs both together in 14 seconds before this dragon comes up. They're both just going to make their way back up top. GP is not going to have his ulti available for this. So it's just going to be a 4v4.
Okay. They got the pink in the pit. Hopefully they get the scuttle.
And if you're Team Homie Humpers right now, you don't really want to have to start this dragon up. You're kind of squishy on the Gragas. Yasuo is getting there in terms of, but they are going to start it up. They
got a lot of damage, so they should.
They do have a decent amount of damage, and I guess they.
Oh, it just froze on me.
They do end up securing the dragon. I guess they probably just noticed that they weren't all there and just made the call to go for it. Pretty ballsy call, which I like it. They went for it. They secured it.
Hey, if you catch the enemy team lacking, you take the advantage. Team's been doing good so far, but that gold lead is shrinking, only within 1K.
Ooh. Ezreal does have flash here. Smalls gets spotted out on this ward, and they're doing a pretty good job at just, being very, very safe here and not kind of teeing off that they know that Smalls is there. He finally clears the ward, and he's actually going to stay for a potential tower dive? No, he's going to go B.
Or see if they're going to step up a little bit. So all it takes is, that if Nautilus lands the hook on,
oh
Rel,
my goodness.
They don't think he's there.
They don't. Duck goes in a little bit early. Oh, man.
At that point, you should have just gone for the Nautilus. I understand wanting to go for the Ezreal, but he's already so far away.
Alves is here. He goes in with a flash ulti once more. Souls is going to drop down with the Ezreal ulti on top.
But Small's going right in. Not afraid. Doesn't.
Oh, the Gangplank ulti is not going to be enough to deter them.
Falls apart. We were questioning this Mumu pick, and this Alves is they've been doing some stuff on this Mumu.
Yeah, he's making the Mumu look good. A lot of forcing happening on Team Homie Humpers' side, though, as well. Meanwhile, Gangplank up here just doing his mightiest barrels. Oh, I love it. It's so satisfying.
Ooh,
oh!
Huge! Oh, wow.
Massive balls on Mega's part. He still ends up going down, and the shutdown does go over to Ziggs. But what a crazy little turn from Ezreal, just hopping right on top of him.
And I mean, it does come down to where there's one, there is three on the side of Team. So they do have to keep that in mind, that they're potentially not alone. But, you can see blue side making it into the red side jungle to be able to put some wards down. Really good warding on the side of Team. Hopefully, Homie Humpers can get some wards in there to also kind of...
Yeah, Homie Humpers is just looking to get out of lane at this point and start moving their vision. Duck is really, really good at just placing vision in pretty, strategic key areas in general. He's very, very good. He has a good eye for it. So if they can get Rel out of lane, ooh, I got a little pause now too.
Oh, it's okay. They just blew the Malzahar flash, and that was about it.
Yep, blow the Malzahar little flash, and he's just gonna walk away. No worse for the wear. Oh my God, Mega is ooh, a bit ballsy here, just being alone and that far up in lane. Very dangerous when you don't have any of these bushes warded and you don't check the bushes with your Q.
Say it's a 3-second cooldown. Go for it. Better safe than sorry. Also, you're building a tier. Already finished their Trinity Force. 2 more minions to finish their Cole. So, Ezreal's still looking strong.
Oh, the 3-barrel chain just barely misses. This Gangplank is going to start to hurt in just a little bit. He already has his Sheen item. They're looking to stop him right now, though. They said, hey, we know you're going to try to get into these side lanes. Let's try to get our top laner in a favorable position here. He doesn't respect...
Can't even move.
Oh, no. They dropped the Rift Herald, and he face-checked. Oh, man. That's a tough one.
And then his Lux is looking like they're getting caught out, too. Is the Space Aids enough?
Space Aids will not be enough here. It's going to tick out right before... Oh!
It was.
Wow. It was just enough.
Just enough. I think it was, hang on. Yeah. Leandra's Torment.
Landry.
That'll also do it. Let's see what else they got.
Zuka coming in onto Mega here, comes in with a late ulti. Nice use of it, and is going to force him to dash away to his turret. He should be able to clean up this turret here. Is he going to... No, he's going to take a little bit of that ult damage in return, and Souls is here now to stop them from taking the turret.
There you go. Yeah, man, they just keep going for these cheeky plays. So you just want him to step up to the... And, I mean, Drake's coming up, and Team is poised to say, no more Drakes for you. This one's ours.
They did witness the Ezreal go back, but they already have the inside trek here, and the Dragon is taking a pretty decent amount of damage with this AIDS Tears combo.
They still have the numbers advantage.
Yup. Ooh.
Hit the Amumu.
Almost gets the steal here. They hop in on a Mumu. A Mumu. Does he have the flash?
Nope.
Nope.
He does not have flash, so he's gonna go down.
Overall, though, if you're team, you're pretty happy with that Dragon stacking.
I would say right there, you know, when you know especially if you know the Ezreal isn't there. Team was a little disjointed getting to that Drake, which is uncharacteristic as far as this whole game's been going, but you know.
Mordekaiser on the side here, lurking. He's trying. He's gonna go with the hook. It's just gonna go wide with a nice little satchel charge just to get him away.
Smalls with the save.
Meanwhile, Mega is gonna have to try to defend this turret here. They know Nautilus is coming back down, and they're gonna give it the respect it kind of needs.
Yeah. I mean, that is a 8-2 Ezreal, so not for nothing. He just needs to, you know, if he can just play his life, they'll probably be fine. There's enough CC on the team to keep him locked up for him to do what he needs to, get into position. But it is also kind of hard to when you have, you know,
they know.
And,
Souls is trying his best to tempt them into Yasuo ulting the Nautilus, but a nice kind of lack of the trigger finger. Flashing from Smalls, Amumu is here to instantly ult. They block the Ezreal ulti, but it is just not going to be enough. They're going to kill Bazooka as well as he's running away. Malzahar is not actually going to even be needed for the secure. Ezreal flashes forward to get it for himself.
Somebody on Humpers has to be screaming, Amumu is there every single time. So if they don't see him on the map, you know where he's at. He's in that mid lane.
Yeah, it is. It is unfortunate because
or bot lane, rather.
This Nautilus has done a really good job of just not having to be in lane. Ezreal's like, he has just enough wave clear to make it so he's not getting dove under these towers by Rel. Yasuo has just enough range to keep himself far away. So it's unleashed Souls to just be able to go mid lane and support with objectives and warding. And unfortunately for this Gangplank, he hasn't really gotten a lot in terms of resources. It probably was one lane that Smalls could have probably helped Bully early on.
I mean, all it takes is really one win wall, one really good win wall, and they could probably shut down the entirety of, you know, team. So if I recall correctly, it works on Amumu's bandage toss, because I think it technically counts as a projectile. Could be wrong on that one, though.
Yasuo is going to be able to secure this tower at the very least. This is going to get some gold back in their pockets. And there we go. A little bit of gold, making it just a hair closer. These fights should still... I mean, it's this 9-2 Ezreal, right? Like, it's hard, because they have the gold exactly where they want it. Malzahar has a couple of kills under his belt, a couple of items. But this Ezreal being big is a major threat in team fights early on, especially with Gragas, who's full AP, and they only have the Rel to be able to, you know, tank things up. But Rel's pretty squishy right now. Like, Ezreal's going to be able to shred her like string cheese. Huh?
All right, that's fair. Also, yes, Windwall does block move with you. So, you know, you can just get one good Windwall to stop the move from being able to come in. I mean, for that second.
Amumu has just been waiting too for these like flash ultis over walls. I pretty much every single engage like gank encounter has come from an Amumu flash. But yeah, you are indeed correct. Like if their objective right now is just to get this GP to scale, to get this Yasuo in a side lane to scale. You just want Ziggs to be able to clear, like wave clear as much as possible here. If you can get a pick, great. You get that pick.
Yeah,
but if
from the Gragas.
For the most part, you're not going to be able to fight over these objectives. You're probably going to have to give over this next dragon. But we'll see. It all depends on how well they can pick this Ezreal.
And I mean, it's nice too that they got that one, that second Drake, so that way they can stop too much of the dragon scaling on the side of Team. But
yeah, Gangplank doing a good job at kind of just keeping himself up on this Mordekaiser, despite losing his tower, despite being down just slightly in CS. That first strike gold is doing wonders. Alv's waiting in the bush here.
No.
He has the ulti, but his team is not there right away to lock them down. Smalls is going to have to flash.
It doesn't matter. Smalls is going to get
Smalls
down.
gets blown up. There's just not enough team members there to really be able to kill that tanky Amumu. Now Bussy Blaster is here waiting in the sideline. Is he going to be able to get a nice barrel chain?
Ooh, knock him out of the Amumu. He goes in.
Goes in on the Amumu. If they can get this Amumu out of the pit, they might actually stand a chance in this team fight. Duck is going to be ticked down. Is going to end up dying. Oh, there's so many low health bars on the side of blue, but it does not matter. Ezreal is alive. Is there a way to see the scoreboard? Wait, what do you mean for the scoreboard?
You might have had the gold up when they asked.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Whew, boy, howdy. How do you stop this blue team? Because finally Mordekaiser had entered into a team fight, and
I mean, you don't at this point. You really realistically needed to try to give up that dragon, I would think. There was just not much that they were going to be able to do, especially having to frontline all their damage on Amumu. Smalls tries to go in for the Miracle Steal here. Is going to get Bandage Toss, ping-ponged back and forth. He is unfortunately not going to be able to get souls. Another kill gifted over the side of Team.
Whew. Yeah, it would be kind of impressive if Team decides to not like just group up and push for win right now, because you are almost up 10k.
Yeah, I mean, despite it being 22-4, like the game is a little bit closer than I thought it was actually going to be at this juncture. Especially with all these team fights just not going their way. Team Humpers has been doing a good job of just collecting gold around the map where they actually just can. Yasuo is waiting here. Oh.
You see the Amumu, you don't want to be there.
Yeah, he did end up spotting out this Amumu is just going to back up. And that's the feels bad for Yasuo, is trying to side lane and get something going. He knows that he's big, but...
Ooh, and then they land the hook onto his Lux.
Yeah,
doesn't even get to move.
Trying to defend the tower here. They might actually be able to kill Mordekaiser. Man, it pushes him back into the tower, but yeah. Mordekaiser just gets a nice little grab onto Gangplank and is going to be able to kill him. Meanwhile, Duck is being... Oh!
Really sidesteps that one. But how you just... You can't 1-3-1 them. You block against a 1-3-1. You can't block against a 4-1. It doesn't matter. They're going to walk it right in, take as much as your base as they possibly can with this Baron buff. Like I said, it'd be kind of surprising if they don't even just try to end it here. I mean, they might back
away just to buy.
Because remember how I said 9k or 8k when Baron was taken? Now it's 12k that they're up. So they got a nice little influx of gold on that one. Almost getting all the towers and inhibs. Top one, the only one standing.
And I really do think that a little bit is coming from the fact that when you're losing, you don't want to lose, right? Like, you want to be able to stop the bleeding whenever and wherever you can. But you can only stop so much of the bleeding when you are down a pretty substantial amount of gold, right? You're not going to be able to secure these dragons. They try to secure a dragon. They're not going to be able to defend a turret that has, you know, an eighth of an HP. They stay for the tower to try to defend the tower. They gotta try to pull the trigger on one thing.
And I was gonna say, and with Ezreal being this far ahead too, you're not even safe under your tower, not even under both towers.
Yeah.
Because at this point, even if you land something on Ezreal and you all in him, Malzahar is strong enough to take you down, Mordekaiser is strong enough to take you down, and Amumu's gonna outlast you. So even if you do manage to take that Ezreal down, there's still a lot more you're gonna have to go through, and you're gonna have to spend a lot just to get the Ezreal down.
Poor Gragas is not even going to be able to approach his chickens.
Choking him out of the jungle. Yeah, he also in the bot lane, just trying to get as much pressure relief from the bot side for as long as they can. But he's probably gonna have to back here soon, unless they really think that they can 4v5.
I mean, if they can stay away from their tower, yep.
Right on the small end of their own tower, they don't even care. Doesn't even
Alves
care.
is looking to get a nice ulti in just to secure. They're just going right down through this tower. However, I mean, they weren't able to pull the trigger right away, so if they're able to wave clear this is a pretty good little advantage for Team Homie Humpers. But it looks like this tower's starting to get chunked down a little bit. They got to be able to clear that minion wave. And there it is. They survived to fight another day. For team fights, if you press A, it gives you team fight UI. Ah, very good. Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
And they're just gonna, they're formality at this point. They're just going right for fourth Drake.
Yeah, going for this Ocean Soul, and this one's gonna hurt pretty bad because there's never not a time that
was bad before.
there's never gonna be a time that you're not gonna be getting damaged by Malzahar aids, by by even Mordekaiser, by the Amumu tiers. It gets a lot of value with their team comp here. Oh.
And ooh.
Oh God.
Unfortunately, that spell shield.
Just no counterplay for that, unfortunately. And they're going to look to just push right down through bot lane here.
That one has to be game. If this isn't game, then they are counter-throwing.
They still do have a little bit of wave clear here, so if they can just stop these minions from getting to the tower, they have a little bit of hope. But yeah, these minions are a little bit harder to kill right now, unless you have those gangplank barrels.
Oh wow, and the Mumu's going in.
Yep, Amumu gets a nice 3-man ulti and knock up on Duck.
Ezreal's hitting him.
Yeah, Ezreal hits.
They're all super low.
Oh man,
going through.
They end up living though. Duck is gonna end up going down in the end, and yeah, it looks like this tower is not gonna last. A very valiant final effort to try to save this Nexus.
Up. Let's see you get them hero plays.
Gotta put that.
Ezreal's going right for the end.
Yep.
And that's gonna be game one.
This is game one. Are we gonna see the game three? Actually, let me do a little bit of checking just really quick here. I'm gonna throw this up on the caster's screen here. Oops. Did I yoink Josh off the screen? Did you see him that entire game?
You yeeted me. Right on out.
Let's see.
Let's see. Ziggs not for nothing did most damage in that game.
Man, I am so sad right now. There has been one best of 3 series that has gone to 3 games, and it's like one of the only ones that we didn't cast. But this one is going to 3 games, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it right now.
Skippy.
The chumback is about to happen.
So the one thing that I wanted to be able to see, but for some reason I can't, I wanted to see how much money Gangplank got off of first strike gold. But unfortunately, every time I check runes, it only gives me Mordekaisers.
Runes. Yeah, it is weird. It's only giving me Mordekaiser as well. I can't scroll through anybody else. Only Mordekaiser.
I wonder if I can do it through this way. See if I can big bring it.
We need a 3-game banger. That's what I'm hoping for. Bum bum ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba ba bum ba ba bum 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 ba 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 down.
Alrighty, I did it. They gained an extra 846 gold that game from First Strike.
Which honestly is decent. I mean, like, Gangplank is one of the biggest abusers of First Strike, just in the fact that he gains extra money everywhere. So, I mean, altogether, he was just making massive money through his barrel chains, through the First Strike gold. I liked the Gangplank pick. I thought the Gangplank pick was really good. I thought it was a good answer to the Mordekaiser. I thought they had the...
biased, but
No. But yes. No, the Gangplank was the only thing keeping them in that game. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Perfect Gangplank was a good pick. The only one ranged champion, little iffy on that one. Once again, it was one of those team counts where I'm like, what are you trying to accomplish? You have a bunch of, you know, just good champions, but like, how are you going to make it all work together? And like, they didn't really do any crazy team fighting. They had some good picks, even from behind with like the Gragas in the bot lane. But you were trying to get the Yasuo ahead. Didn't work out.
I think it was just unfortunate in the fact that they tried to force to get the Yasuo really far ahead, when I don't think they really needed to. Yasuo was already gaining a lead in bot lane through CS, and the more they forced, the more Amumu just kind of was like, oh, okay, I'll just keep coming down bot lane and matching. They kind of just read it really well on the side of Team. Meanwhile, in top lane, you had Gangplank, who was ahead in gold and like was getting pushed in, but that was because the Rift Herald dropped on his tower, right? Like, Gangplank just didn't really have much to kind of work off of, unfortunately. But they could have killed that Mordekaiser, I would bet, like, early on. I don't know.
Yeah. I'd say once they saw that bot lane was, you know, having a rough go, maybe they should have shifted their focus to the top side, but no maybes here, only absolutes, and what absolutely happened was that Team took game 1. Now it's up to Homie Humpers to try and bring it back in the second one to bring him to a game 3 for the mini reverse sweep, I'll call it, but...
And once we get the spectate link, we'll get it up and running for you guys. This is our draft for game 1 here with the pick bans. Honestly, Mort is a huge lane bully early as well, so GP was playing the best he could, and his gold generation being so huge kept him in the game. Yeah, I mean, he played really well against the Mordekaiser. He didn't die to him early at all. The one time he did die was once, like, they had pushed down his tower. Mordekaiser had a pretty decent, you know, influx of golds and lane pressure, and there's only so much you can do. Just finished Baldur's Gate 3 Keener. Shit was really good. I'm excited to play more. I am big excited.
I'm excited to actually just be able to be home and play it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
You should get a player from the league as a special caster once in a while. Are you telling me that I should get rid of Joshua Sherwin?
Wow.
Are you telling me to ditch
Alright,
Joshua?
I get it, you know. No, it's fine. Clearly the inferior person to be doing this. It's okay.
No, a third one. Well, what I'll say is that when it comes to like casting, if you have too many voices, it becomes a bit of a... It's nice to have the players' perspectives on things. I wholeheartedly agree with you. But once you get too many casters in a mix and it's not like we're not professional casters, right? We'll talk over each other. It becomes very jarbled and...
It's already difficult because it's over the internet, so there's already a delay.
Yeah.
So, you know, 3 people in the same room, easy enough. 2 people in a separate room is already, you know, trying to make sure you don't do
I would be down for a post-game interview. Yeah. That sounds pretty pog. I'm loving listening to you guys while I mindlessly farm in Destiny 2.
Oh, man. It's too many games to take too much time, man, I'm telling you. Actually, absolutely brutal. Man, I need to take a week off. I need to take a month off and just play video games for a month.
You do need some time off, it's true.
Yeah, I'm losing freaking mind and inventory is coming. Anyway, that's real world bullshit. We're not here for real world bullshit. We're here for game number 2 between Team and Homie Humpers. Yone being the first band already out the gate. Same game plan. Salty run back in the bands. It always is.
We're looking to match up with the Salty run back. I'm here for it. I mean, you don't want to have to deal with Olaf. Olaf is still to this day such an annoying lane champion. I think he's a little bit easier to deal with at the moment than he used to be, but oh my goodness, it sucks. They end up switching out one of the bands for this Ezreal here, which I think is, I think it's pretty smart if you're not going to be on blue side this time, just to first pick it away. Cam's very good on the Ezreal, but not being able to do anything into that Ezreal was really
changing
hard
up bands.
for them.
That's good. They're changing up bands. They're, showing that they are, willing to change the game plan. Team, after that kind of a win, you just well, I mean, I don't know what to get rid of because nothing in that game was a threat, so let's see what happens.
Remember to subscribe, chat, to see me and Josh fistfight in a Denny's parking lot.
If you want to see me get absolutely massacred by a bear of a man, stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like. Hit that bell so you get notifications.
I believe in the David and Goliath story. It's okay.
Yeah, he's David and Goliath.
You are David.
I'm Gilbert. But yeah, see, they even were like, all right, let's that a Mumu. That person knew what they were doing with the Mumu. Get rid of it.
He did play the Mumu very well. Yeah.
I like these bands. These are good bands.
They replace it with the J4, which is arguably a much more
pain in the ass.
Yeah, a very, very solid pick, especially early on. Just very good at kind of navigating the flow of the game early on and getting good ganks off. What is their counter pick? They first pick the J4.
And that's what I like to see right there. Let's go. Lock it in. Lock in the Poppy.
Yeah, they go for the counter pick Poppy.
What a great pick. It's good top lane. It's good in the jungle. Apparently, people are taking it in support. There's nothing this champion can't do. It's really solid. You don't even need to worry about not having your W be completely valuable if they pick non-dash champions. Who cares? Get on their face and beat the crap out of them. Let's go.
And who is the second pick here? Do we see...
Who are they prioing?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who they're trying to prio in the situation. Yeah, they pick up AD carry here. Jinx, so they're going for this hyper-scaling comp. Okay, so I actually like this adaptation. The Yasuo, I'm not going to lie, I like seeing Yasuo players do Yasuo things, but it's very rare that you get to see Yasuo players do Yasuo things, okay? With Jinx, it's much easier in the fact that Bazooka is very good at just picking up farm, gaining lane advantages for himself, and then slowly pushing himself to the point where he can start to work team fights. When you're on a hyper carry like Jinx, if he's able to be protected... Oh, man, they locked in Sona. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Just talk.
Nope.
Give me 1 sec.
I took my second while you were talking, so I guess that's fair. Sona, just not a good champion. Maybe they can make it look better than the last time we saw it in there. They picked the Zeri up to go against another, arguably scaling champion, into the Jinx. My only fear with the Jinx pick is that you need a support that's going to be able to stop this J4 from just running at you. Hopefully they can pick up something, maybe, I don't know, like Lulu can work. Lulu can keep Jinx alive long enough, hit him with the polymorph. Oh man, I don't have a lot to say just because that Sona pick is interesting.
I mean the Lulu will definitely work if Lulu is able to enchant this Jinx kind of well enough to be able to poke out the Sona, it'll be a good pick. I think it's a safer pick overall for the team comp, but if I'm Homie Humpers, I probably look to see that Sona and I'm like, we're playing for lane. I don't care. If you're Jinx, you already have the mentality of being like, hey, I need the hyper carry. That's just what my champion does. Pump as much gold into me as possible. Lulu does a good job in these kind of 3v3 gank situations. I almost would have liked to see something that's a little bit just more gun-ho, can hop on Sona and threaten her, get right in her face. But the Lulu will do just as well.
Yeah, say Lulu will at least keep the Jinx alive. Because, yeah, I mean, that's what my first thought was kind of Nautilus, because Nautilus is very good at disengage and engaging. It just brings, like, crap ton of CC. Like, maybe even, like, the Thresh, that way if he ultis onto the Jinx, then she can survive the initial burst, she can at least get out.
Banning out the Anivia again, too. Which, I mean, I don't blame you guys. I really don't, man. I hate Anivia. What a terrible champion.
But I will say Team did show a lot of just being a good cohesive unit in the first game that, you know, maybe the Sona pick will be fine.
Yeah.
They don't have a crazy amount of things to, just in the first 3 picks, that can jump Sona, per se.
Which is what you're worried about. I mean, we see jungle most likely, and then bot duo. Lux.
Lux comes out. There it is. Finally. You know, his Lux has it in the name. It's only a matter of time before it came out. They really want to win this game. See what the response is here. Team. See what their final 2 picks are going to be for the top and mid. It is crazy to think that a long time ago Sona used to be its mid laner as well. But, you know, that was long ago. Ornn's a good pick.
Ornn's a great pick.
They do need the super pick. They need the super pick on the team.
I was about to talk about Red having the counter matchup. They've given him counter in actually I think quite a few. Did they do it for last game too? Yeah, they gave him the Gangplank.
No, did they?
Yeah, they gave him.
Oh,
they
yes,
gave
they
him
did. Yep,
Gangplank
they did.
last pick. The thing that I noticed that Humpers does a little bit is that they do kind of have a bot focus centric comp with the way their jungler likes to gank. Top has not been getting a lot of kind of love, despite giving him counter picks. And the unfortunate situation here is that Team just pick up the Ornn. They're like, we're going to play weak side. We know that you're going to get a counter, last pick. So try to find something that's highly abusive, I guess. It is an unfortunate situation to have to counter pick pick into your Ornn.
I would say, and it is one of those things where, and I feel like I've seen it a couple times from Humpers, is that they take the counter pick for top lane, but then they give 0 resources to them, and then they have to basically just make their own advantages and make their own things work. So it's literally just an island up there for them. And when you give somebody counter pick, you want to be able to enable them in some way, so that way they can get their lead, they can get, they can smash the top laner, so that way they can split push most of the game. At least in my opinion, if you're not going to go top lane, then you don't give them weak side champions, then they basically just feel like they can't do anything for the entire game.
Yeah.
And like, I say that as somebody who always played top side, weak side 100% of the time when I was a top laner. But at least with the Alawi, survivability, champion almost never dies once they reach a certain point, and it's disgusting.
Yeah,
Every time I see that champion, I just like, tell me this is okay.
I love the Alawi last pick here, actually, in the fact that Alawi's like, hey, I am a massive lane bully. I don't care if you're Ornn. If you want to be slow and you want to be like, hey, I'm not going to CC you, I'm not going to need to CC you. I'm just going to grab you with my tentacle and beat the living piss out of you. I like it.
Yeah, and I would say, because I think Alawi is a good pick here. Slap him around, give him the tentacles.
They carve the bushy blaster for a reason, people.
All right. Let me.
Call him the Pussy Buster, but yeah, it's okay.
Who is they? I'm they. I'm calling him Bussy Blast.
You are something.
It's
definitely something. But I am interested to see this team. I can understand both side team comps pretty well. I also completely missed the fact that they picked Nico who has also been like a really good showing champion in this rec season so far.
Yeah, Nico is a bit of a pain in the bung to deal with. Especially if she gets kind of let free to roam a little bit. Yeah, she can set up some really scary ganks.
Also, I'm just saying, if you're gonna first pick Poppy, let the Anivia up. Use that wall against them. Have the Poppy smack them into it. They picked Ornn. They can shatter the wall. All right, you already got counterplay on their own team against Anivia.
Let's go, homie Humpers. Hey.
See if they
What
can,
team are we
see if the
repping?
homies-
Who do we think's gonna win? We got 3 minutes before game launch here, chat.
See, I'm having a hard time deciding because Team looks like they have a great team comp, but then I see the Sona, and that's
Yeah.
just how it goes.
I mean, it does play into homie Humpers' kind of usual game plan in the fact that they look to gank bot a lot. They look to get this Jinx ahead. So, I mean, if they're able to get successful ganks in the bot lane, yeah, I mean, it could be a very tight or interesting game.
And like I can see this time what Homie Humper's team comp is like capable of in this game, instead of in game 1. So, like, it's good. Yeah, I like their draft change. Let's see if they can turn it around.
Fuck it, we throw in
Here in
homie
game
Humpers
2.
on the block today. Chat, in the meantime, let's talk about your feelings.
How are y'all feeling today?
Let's talk about your feelings. Are you feeling pretty good? I want everybody in chat to say something nice about somebody else in chat right now. Come on.
So just filing about it.
Do it. The game don't start until we do it.
The game don't start until y'all say something nice to each other. Damn it.
Josh, can you cast a portion of this game in the look down voice? Oh no.
I would be so far behind the play.
Red buff. Also, ladies and gentlemen,
Jungle.
if you have not hit that sub button,
What are you doing?
It's sitting there. It's staring you down. It wants you. It's you know, it's egging you on. It's looking you in the eye and it says, "Come on. Press me. Give into it. Give into the urge. Press that sub button right now. Press it today. Watch every single stream. Let my content be your life. Let me entertain you."
It's like that big red button that you have that strong urge to press. Press it.
It's the 4th best Gragas on the team. Jeez.
Wait,
It needs to wine and dine me first. Damn.
Wait, wasn't Wiz the one that absolutely freaking dominated on that pick? Him that absolutely ran the game and just didn't get killed until like 42 minutes into the game. And, like 9-0.
I subbed to you for years now. Look
Did
at
you
this
hit the
guy,
bell?
and look at him. This man is successful. He's happy.
Look how happy.
He's based. Chat, don't you want to be just like this person? 16, 1, and 20 on the pick. Oh my god. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We've got 27 seconds before we hop into this game. Rub my hands
something nice
aggressively.
You better say something nice.
It's 16, 1 and 20. Yeah, I was gonna say absolutely bodied that game.
Watching Keen Deckers turned me into Fenrir. Yes, from Norse mythology. Of course. Not the one who stalks women. No, not that one.
Wait, what? You know what? I'm not even gonna ask. It's fine. It's fine. I'm okay. I don't need the answer.
I'm thankful for
Didn't
my
want to ask the
team
question.
letting me pick Neferi and not get a single kill in a game. Who needs them? Who needs kills?
Just win. 5-head. See, Scarlet Hammer Poppy. Interesting.
It's not Lollipoppy. You know, I don't know if I can win this game anymore.
Yeah, but it's not the OG Lollipoppy, so you know it's
That's
it's
true.
already got a debuff on it. Arcade Sona, man, that skin.
I'm semi-successful. This man is hyper successful.
Dragon King, what do you mean? You're here. You're clearly successful. What do you mean semi? Didn't take that out. You're just being modest, humble, even.
All right, here we go.
Finally into the game. A little bit behind you, but that's okay. I'll catch up.
Are we gonna see the regular 5-man fan out? Uh-oh. Sona's a little bit late to the party here. Nico has not bought a single item.
Uh-oh. You cannot ping. As a spectator. Just gonna say.
I hope they're not watching the stream.
Dragon King, you have a girlfriend. You're doing better than the most of us. That makes you successful.
Nico no items based. It could be. Could be the new meta.
Look, you don't need items. Oh, I just realized that I've been watching in 0.5 times speed.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's okay.
I got a little pause here, and nice, we're back up and going. Minions have spawned. Mashed away. Nico is now going back, as she realized she does not have any items. Orin is pinging the Nico into high heaven.
There we go. Look, if you don't spend that first gold that you get in the beginning, all I'm saying is you play that so perfectly that you are that much closer to getting your next item.
Oh, they spot them not leashing. Wow, nice value on that ward for the side of Homie Humpers. Very clutch.
Yep. Both junglers starting on the top side of the jungle this go around. Now we're looking to bully the Ornn maybe a little bit. I think Sona just took those two creeps. No, okay. This Ornn's probably not gonna have fun for most of this early to mid game, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what happens. We'll see if J4 tries to lend some support up top side here. So far, some good early trades coming from the side of Mega and Souls.
I would say Doug was just kind of walking at him, just kind of eating it.
All right.
Ooh, okay, Poppy's at Krug's. Ornn's, you know, in the middle there of the lane. Let's see if Poppy actually decides to go for maybe something early on the Ornn. Because the only time you're going to do something to this Ornn is early, so it looks like they are. They're wrapping around.
Yeah, wrapping around.
Does Ornn know what to do when they get ganked? I don't think they've been in this position.
Is getting slowed down by a red buff. Is going to start to run away here. He is going to flash and manage to get out, but that is very punishable now. And we're already seeing, Jinx start to poke down Souls pretty heavily here.
Every time it's been down in the bot lane, Bazooka's just been landing something. So. Ooh, they're already on the repeat gank for the top side.
Yeah, already back up top here, just making this Ornn's life a living nightmare. Keeping him right at his tower and freezing the farm. Meanwhile, we have J4, who did a full clear, and he is in position to come bot side here if he wants to. Remember, in the first game, he did look to just make something happen here, level 3, so we'll see if they kind of catch it out again. Meanwhile...
Poppy's in mid lane. Going for the clone.
Going for the clone.
Okay, if you kill the clone, you get gold. That's all I'm saying. You get a little bit. And if you can't get the kill, might as well just try and get some gold.
Nice little thread of the needle there, dealing some good damage into the clone.
I'm just saying, I mean, Ornn is... Wow, Ornn's just going to let them beat the crap out of his... ethereal spirit. Wethriel spirit. I guess to be more specific.
Is their bus reel?
Yeah, yeah, sure. I mean, it is the Bussy Buster, so. Ooh, J4 spots the Poppy out on their blue buff.
Yeah, on the blue buff,
I'll
knows that
aim-
they're gonna be a little bit late on their creeps here in the jungle.
I say, hopefully Botlane's paying attention, because don't. You got
They
the ward
finally
there.
see him on the ward here. Duck is just gonna back away, and no worse for the wear.
You're already winning the trade fights. You're a little down in CS, but you know, not anything of note.
Oh, Alps is looking to gank this Sona. A nice little sidestep off to the left, just to make sure.
Poppy just runs away. There's a big minion wave, so it's not like you're gonna be able to actually do much. They do get the ward down, so they get to feel a little safer, at least a little bit.
And so far, pretty tight in gold here. A 300 gold lead just early on. And where is that coming from? Is that first strike gold? Where are they getting all that income from? It's
Who's
pretty
that?
close. Oh, it's got to be jungle. Yeah, jungle has been farming pretty well.
Yeah, I'll say J4 is ahead once again.
Nico a
Orange
little
just gonna
bit
let the. I would say it is weird to me that Orange just lets his clone get beaten instead of just walking out. Like it's not favorable either way, but you know, at least you take less damage if you walk out. And you can maybe feel a little bit safer to try and farm. Yeah, you can see what those 2 repeat ganks did for the Alawi. You know, the J4 might be ahead of the Poppy, but Alawi's kind of...
Yeah, Lowy is starting to make this lane look a little scary.
J4 looking like they're in an interesting position. They know he's... a lot of pings on the red side.
My game is
just
completely
gonna let him
frozen, bro. Game froze. Yeah, I know.
Oh, no.
Very tragic. It's literally just
Okay,
not.
nothing's happening. Poppy's at Drake right now. No, they're not on it, but they're on... Okay, they're going into
All
the...
right, six minutes in.
6 minutes in. Ooh, man, you were down...
Yeah,
30
it
seconds,
literally
my
just
friend.
froze for so.
No worries. At least nothing happens, and I can just pause and wait for you to catch up. Let me know when you're at
21,
36.
All right, we'll do. Duck gets a nice little bee here. Right inside the alcove. And we are at 36.
Alrighty.
Ooh, Nico!
Doesn't get-
The
Going for the all-in
little,
misses.
yeah, the little tricky all in, but they were right at tower. It was going to be a hard one to pull off regardless unless she stepped right up and into the creep wave.
Say, unless you just wanted her to back there or something.
Oh! These tentacles are
flash
finding their mark, and Alawi is just going to be able to line up these Qs on Ornn, who's still just looking to fight. It's interesting.
Yeah, and they like every single time they just allow themselves, and I mean at least that one they were able to outlast it, but like even still, why even just keep taking the damage? Oh, and Poppy on the bot side took the Drake while I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, Poppy sneaks in that Drake there, which is going to be pretty big early on for this team.
This top lane's about going about as well as I thought it would. And it's going about as neither of them. Only I mean the Ornn's, you know, got his passive to be able to stops the back. That's a tilter.
Yeah, that's a
But-
little bit of a tilter.
Ornn does luckily have, you know, his passive so that way he can get items so he can have a little bit of an edge on the Alawi, but
We're seeing
look like
a
Alawi
double
cares.
gank coming down here. Nico is disguised as a caster minion. That caster minion wave. We see 4 of them. Oh, no! Oh, Bazooka steps forward into the creep wave and gets highly punished. A nice little bait from blue side.
first blood onto the Sona though. I unfortunately got the freeze this time.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
There's nothing wrong with Riot Client. YouTube streaming feels good. I'm feeling good
Yeah,
on a
right.
Wednesday.
All right, I'm all caught up now.
All right.
So, the first blood onto the Sona, so, you know, probably not exactly where you want it, but...
What I will say is that despite Alawi getting a lot of damage into this Ornn, there haven't been any repeat ganks in the fact that Alawi's pretty far pushed up. There's not really a way to just dive Ornn outright, safely at least.
That even with 3 people, it's still questionable. Well, Poppy's looking at Herald now, and I mean, to be fair, like, you know, Homie Humpers have been able to set up to get enough prio that, you know, their jungler can get whatever they want here. Small's able to just get all the neutral objectives. I mean, J4 is backing right now, and Poppy's just taking Herald.
Yeah.
That feels pretty good.
It does feel pretty good to you know, be on the Poppy side of this matchup right now and have J4 not really be able to pull anything off. It was pretty, I mean, that Nico did a good job just finding a nice roam timer.
Sona getting caught out here.
Sona getting caught out, but it
huge
is a
stun
pretty
from
big
Sona.
bait. Ooh, gets stunned up before.
Can Duck get out?
Damn.
Nope.
Unfortunately not. You saw that Duck almost was able to get out as the Chompers barely caught the J4 on the flag and drag right before he connected. They don't look like they want to be done here. Lou!
Here's
The
the
combo!
snare.
And that is Sona getting melted into oblivion. J4
Good.
is here with Nico, but they do spot it out.
Ooh,
His
hits
Luck's
the
getting
ulti.
dove down, manages to flash out to the tower, is still taking down damage. Nice
Huge barrier.
barrier just to
He's
keep
low
safe.
damage.
Nico is going for the dive, but finds the
Lands it
mark.
on the back end. Can Bazooka get the double kill here? He's got the
Bazooka's
lead.
looking like it! He's got the enhanced damage from... Oh, Lulu almost just enough. Meanwhile, we do have an actual dive coming down. Seven is going to make sure he just flashes right out. He gets himself to safety. He does not have TP, though. They're going to drop this Rift Herald.
And Homie Humper's coming and swinging it to the other side. Getting the gold advantage on this one. Almost up 1k here. Not even close. They're at 400 gold. But here we go. We're gonna get another plate here to the Bussy Buster in the top lane, which Lowry's gonna be more than happy to take that gold. And I think it was Jinx that also got the shutdown. But good has
Yep.
a play on his Lux to come down for that roam. And I feel like that's gonna be the story if Lux lands a snare, an errant snare on that Sona. I don't think Sona's getting out alive.
It is these two games, the theme of them is if it is too good to be true, it is. And that's
It is.
usually the theme with League of Legends, but we've seen it happen multiple times with big baits from like Mega and Souls here. They look a little bit too juicy. And it usually is because it's just too good to be true. But on the reverse side, they got that kill, and Lux was just kind of waiting it on the side, and they're like, should we dive this? Let's push right up. And yeah.
They don't roam. Joke's on you. They roam. And I was saying, Lowry just pushing that lead onto the Ornn there. Up 22 CS. Blue side is going to be taking this Drake though.
Yep.
That was a good quick play. They just pulled the trailer like, hey, nobody's here. I think this is ours now.
Good initiative on blue side just to pick up that drag. This tower is not going to last too much longer. The minions are going to start to bombard it down a little bit. It almost gets the pin. Nice little sidestep from Souls there, just to not get slowed.
They're calling BS on that one. Smalls is saying they hit that tower. They brushed past that tower. That should have been a stun. I've been there before, buddy.
Sona's on the
Feels
keto
bad.
diet.
Let's see if Alawi can get this. Because I would say, I mean, it wouldn't even probably been a bad idea for Poppy to go to the top side to help shove in to get that first tower goal, just so we can get all the plates on the Alawi. Because that's where a lot of your lead is.
Yeah, just getting this tower out of the way and getting the rest of your team members rotated around the map is going to be pretty big for red side here. Ooh, Mega
Ooh,
dashes
They
forward.
noticed it. They pinged him out.
Ah,
He was
damn.
there. So good paying attention from team here.
Seven
Nice.
using his body just to try to, buffer these minions. Make sure they don't get to the tower, risking a little bit of HP.
Deleting all that damage. Just doesn't want to deal with being slowed and not being able to get to the wave, I guess.
And this is a full wave that's approaching here. He does not have the wall to work with, but he's going to pin him right to the tower here. And it's
Ooh,
going to
good
go down!
tag.
This is going to be
Hit the
looking like a
poke.
full fight. He can ulti right here. It shouldn't kill in the end, so he's just going to have to slow.
Ooh, huge poke onto the Nico. I was gonna say, it looked like there was some hesitation on that one after the tower went down. I'm not too sure about why.
Yeah, not an ult, like, kind of right off the bat. Just waited ever so slightly. But
But
top tower
either
does
way,
end
Cap
up going
Tower,
down.
Who cares? You know, they still make out for it in the end. So, and they are. Whew, that CS lead is getting away. That orange. I mean, and the problem is, the worst part is too, right? Like, I don't think there's much J4's gonna be able to do about that. I don't know that, with an Alawi being this far ahead, that J4 is gonna be able to add much. 2 levels down, on the top laner, and then the orange 1 level down on the Alawi as well.
I mean, that's a great point, is the fact that they picked like a really heavy early ganking jungler, and I didn't notice this right off the bat. J4 does not have much of a lane to be able to gank other than mid lane. I mean, Sona and Zeri here will be able to offer quite a bit of damage if they manage to catch them out. But, I mean, it's so hard for him to even gank Lux. You saw him try to already go mid, right? And Lux literally just, like, walked off to the side, threw a Q, and was just like, all right. It's hard.
He is here now.
Yep, is here,
Ooh.
dives right into the duck. Ooh, he flashes out, but is not going to be able to
Early.
get away from this one.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Ooh,
Soul's
lands
getting
on the
tags.
Sona. Zeri's still going for it, but Jinx is able to walk away out of that one. But all 4 sums on the Homie Humpers bot lane taken out on that one. Ooh, Nico was looking for it on the.
Yeah, Nico. I mean, this is like kind of the boon to their team is the fact that they do have this J4, and if Nico is roaming with J4, it becomes extremely lethal, no matter who you have in that lane. But J4 finds a great gank angle in bot lane. Just no vision in that bush.
And once again, but after that play, Poppy does get the Rift Herald again. And if they can keep playing through that top lane,
Yeah, if they can.
looking like they're swapping lanes. Red side's looking at the Drake. Their bot side did go, or team's bot side did go top, so that does open up possibilities for a Drake. But they're making their way down now, so see how good the warding is going to be and how well they can defend it. Even bringing the Alawi down.
Yeah, dropping Shelly just to get a charge here and distract for a little bit. Dragon's up in 13 seconds. This Shelly's a little bit early. Oh, no, it does get the tower. It does get the tower. I will say that in the end, I do think it was a little bit early because you want to save it for that dragon just so they don't approach it. But ooh, nice tag from Lux.
And I mean, they got Lux to hold them off and allow you to kind of body him back.
Jarvan is not giving up. He was looking for that steal as much as he could.
Yep. Now this. Oh, they're just gonna get the mid lane tower. That's a pretty good trade actually. Tags 3 of them with the Lux ulti, but
are they gonna be able to get out in time here? They're starting to exit.
Ooh.
Oh, Poppy is on the prowl. They managed to get
looking.
away. Nice little Shirelius just to make sure that they had enough movement speed to get out.
well, that might be technically a really good play, and a lot more was given from for the Homie Humpers. Good play for team to be like, we're not losing 2 things for nothing. Like we get something out of this.
Yeah.
And that is the idea, is nothing for free. If you are losing something, be okay with the fact that you're losing it. if you can't do anything about it. But what can you get since they're all there?
Fine solace in loss. And Orn's like, finally, I can put no.
I've been building my armor so I can handle this Alawi, and now Lux comes top and says, "Nice MR you got there."
They're
Yes.
4-man grouping up top here, though. They're looking at this Lux, who does have Flash Barrier. Oh, man. And Duck feels like there's something in the waters! Oh, man. Is not going to be able to save his teammate.
Back up on the... Ooh, Sona misses the ulti, so there's a chance that this doesn't work out too well for them, but you do get the Alawi TPing top. Somehow Duck gets out of that.
Yeah, somehow Duck does
know.
get out of it, so it is not as bad as it potentially could have been here.
Ooh, gets the...
Oh,
the
getting
echo on Sona
chunked
there.
down. And their answer to fighting against this Alawi is, hey, we're gonna kill one of your team.
Ooh, the flash EQ onto the
And
Jinx, and
that's just gonna
Jinx
be
has
it.
No damage.
Not enough respect kind of being played without that flash. You're not really gonna be able to do much to the J4. Staying around is so dangerous. All right,
You get
all
the
right.
Sun Echo on that one, so you have to back up for at least a little bit, but you know, gotta wait for the mini move to crash, so it's not too big of a deal.
And where does
the Sona's only died once? You know, they've been doing really good at playing their life.
Yeah,
Either that or Homie Humpers
definitely.
have been playing really bad at getting the kill on Sona.
protect the soda, my queen?
I mean, as far as I know, Sona is still the lowest health champion in the game, behind maybe Yumi, but and then just J4 just getting literally everything. Poppy's
This-
still up in CS, but unable to actually get anything rolling for the team. Actually, like they were able to help Alawi in the top lane for sure, but big old donuts sitting there.
Yeah, just a
Poppy,
very
definitely.
like safe couple of lanes here. J4. Ooh!
Ooh,
They
Nico
are
goes
probably
in,
going to be
but
able to kill. Oh,
Nico's not
Jinx.
alone.
No. Nice, just dump of shields and ultis from Duck just to keep Bazooka alive here. Does pick up the kill, but that is Nico off the map. And that's Nico off the map while Baron is alive and well. They already have a decent amount of vision here. I wonder if, yeah, I mean, the death timers are still relatively short. Can't really do much else here.
Yeah, they got 10 seconds. And I mean, they got Baron already warded up pretty well, so, you know, it wasn't like they really needed to worry about that. Jinx had to get the back. Hopefully. Ooh, Ornn does have the TP over the Alawi, so they got to be careful here for this Baron play.
And no interrupt either when you're Alawi here on the TP, which is big.
You can try and beat him up
Oh!
and get as low HP as possible, but J4 just looking for the play. Ooh.
Dives
Flash
into
ulti
Bazooka,
from
who does not have flash here, but he is a little bit ahead of his team. We have Zeri dropping her ulti. She's super charged up. A nice Q, but it gets instantly cleansed. Zeri is still primed and ready to go to keep chunking down this tower. They're just going to back away
Ooh,
and
Alawi's
let this
here,
be.
behind
Oh,
him.
yeah, Alawi
He's
is
awesome.
here. Is not able to get the tentacle grab here.
Maybe a walkout though. Ooh. Look, you know, team, you guys might be doing really well, but you're not that far ahead yet. You're getting a little too comfortable from last game.
Getting a little penisy.
Yeah.
But they do
Looking
get
a
the
little
inside
dickish.
trek to this dragon that's about to come up in 10 seconds. They have the vision advantage. Red is going to have to push in here. They've spotted out Alawi, and Alawi is just going to kind of get a little bit of a lane push here.
J4
Oh.
does have to step up a little bit.
Ooh.
He's getting spot out here.
Yeah, Poppy's
I
playing
will
with fire.
say-
Ooh!
Ooh,
Oh,
that's
nice grab.
huge. That is
Oh.
huge.
So close to making something out of it, too. Lux does have the ulti here, and Mega is chunked down. They're slowly but surely chipping him down here. Ornn is going to throw the
Ornn
Ornn
goes
Dorn
out.
down.
Just does miss everything though, unfortunately.
This has to be a massive hit from Nico if they're looking to do anything here, though. And yeah,
Nope,
they're going to
just
see
gonna
it.
beat And they're gonna try and do the same thing. All right, you get Drake. We're gonna go for mid. I mean, it is Cloud. It's third Drake. It's not Soul Point. It's something they can afford to.
They have Lux ulti
do
here to
stuff with.
wave clear, but yeah, it's not
They're
going to
just
be
gonna need
enough.
another tower. And I mean, I think these are fair. These are perfectly good trades from team. I think Homie Humpers, maybe not realizing they shouldn't have all 5 members there. When everybody's backing away, probably should notice that. Oh hey, they're going for this play again. But I will say I don't know what the obsession with Even Shroud is. I don't know if it's just actually that good. But I feel like I would rather have the tankier stats from literally anything else as a jungler. But what do I know? I don't play jungle anymore.
He's a filthy support main now.
I always have been.
Mega is gonna.
Mega's
Whoa! A nice pin, a flash
stun.
pin! And that is gonna be a dead Zeri. They can just look to run right over to this Baron. Both top laners have their TPs available. However, it's gonna be a hard time stopping this one, especially if they're able to zone off just even a little bit here.
Force in base.
Yep.
TV's just coming right in from the allow. They're not even
Yep.
waiting. They're just like, let's get this as fast
Smart
as possible.
decision.
Force in base.
Does it
I
out
don't
of
think you
vision
just rush
too.
mid and get that tower again.
This time a really good call on Lux just to kind of shadow the enemy team, making sure that they can't push this inhibitor. And that's Baron.
Let's see what they can do with it. Homie Humpers staying in it. They this mid game's coming together, and team not able to pull it together even with the slight leads that they had. It's gonna take their blue buff, and Homie Humpers all mid, 1 top. That looks about right. And I think that was actually a really good call to just have the Alawi go TP immediately. Get that as
Yeah,
quickly
I
as
think
possible.
so.
Get that TP.
Ooh, Hex Splash coming over the wall here. Gonna force Mega off the tower. This tower is actually just gonna be dead to rights here. We have CLT on the sides. Looking for a flank, but it gets spotted out.
There's a Jinx with a Lulu, so... Lulu doesn't have Ardent Sensor yet, but...
Nico has not moved from this spot yet. He's still looking for the flank, but these towers are starting to get chipped down.
Putting the pressure down. If you're drawing 2 top, that's actually kind of huge.
And the
Yeah,
tower is
else
still
we can
going to go
draw.
down. Yeah,
Let's go down.
damn.
That is a huge gold swing going the way of Homie Humpers, and Poppy just able to walk away from all the things they're throwing at him.
Here we have the waves crashing in at the same time. They're going to have to make a big decision as they have 2 casters up on this top side. CLT almost getting deleted by Lux Laser, but a nice little stopwatch just to keep her safe.
Baron's just over halfway over, so they still got plenty of time to do stuff with it.
Massive wave still here top side. These minions are not... They're just unrelenting. However, Alves is trying to force the situation. They know that they don't have TP on Alawi. Goes right in on Bazooka, gets polymorphed. Is he going to be able to survive all this damage? Gets caught on the end of the Nico ulti and is going to end up going down.
Lux is here, though.
However, yeah, we do have Lux pumping in quite a lot of damage. Alawi is just pushing the base for threatening the end.
Snipe with the sentry.
Oh my god. And this might be the end of the game if they can stop some backs here. Poppy gets the stop on Ornn.
I mean, it's gonna take a while before he finally goes down, but eventually that Ornn is going down, and a staggered timer is not what you want, but it might not even matter. 3 sieges just plowing away at this tower. Alawi's doing whatever they want, and unfortunately for Team, it looks like it's going to a Game 3 for them.
Game 3! Play the summer scrapes! Branata.
Team does not ban this Lux.
Yeah, the Lux was pretty scary. I mean, let's look at the damage here. Lux had the highest damage in the game. Yeah, it's...
Of course they did.
Yeah.
They had some very, very clutch, very good time. Like that save on the Sona right at the end was just style points on that one.
But a nice game 2, sending us to the wonderful game 3. Soup, why did you break the 0 KP? Did he do it? Oh, it's he has 1 assist. That is the most Malawi thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it.
See, now I'm excited because with the fact that, you know, Homie Humpers were able to just completely change the draft in the second game and come out with a victory. I'm excited to see how this one's gonna go. Ooh, Homie Humpers going for, or sorry, Team opting for red side this game.
Yeah, they want the counter pick this time. I'm interested in who they give it to. I don't know if they give it to their top laner. I mean, after playing Ornn, having to play weak side Ornn into Malawi and still kind of taking all that damage and all that abuse, I have to think that they're probably trying to give counter pick to top side in this matchup. I don't know. Donate 5
Let's see
V-Bucks.
what they do.
What? Send. Let's go. That's right, chat. Hop right into that Patreon. Chat. Let me shoot my shot, okay? Please. Let me shoot my shot just real quick. We are like $9 away, maybe even $7 away from the $200 goal on Patreon. If we get that $200 goal, we are doing a Tom Kench made cosplay, okay? That is the epitome of just sexiness on a screen for you all for a full potential 4 hours, okay? We are so close. I can almost taste it. That sounds so cursed. Oh, it will be cursed. It shall be cursed. You can better believe it. We like Fortnite. Short skirt? Oh, dude, I will go short skirt. Don't you even worry. I'll shave the legs. I'll go short skirt. Listen, I'll go all out for this. I'm a shill for my dreams. Bum. That's all I had to say. Don't shave the legs. You don't shave.
Keep them hairy. Keep them natural how they should be. Natural how they should be.
As God intended. We are starting to get these spectator links down here. Hey, there we go. And we are revving up for a Game 3 draft.
Let's go. Finally, a 3-game series. Thank you, Homie Humpers and Team, for putting on an absolute
Yeah, a really fun
great
show.
Great show. Get us to Game 3. It's nice. It's about damn time.
It's about damn time.
I'm gonna eat a cookie because I'm getting kind of hungry. I'm not used to these games going to Game 3.
Josh is an old man. He's got to get in bed soon. We're keeping
true.
Josh up.
I got fucking 8-day work week coming up. This is great.
They have you 8 days? Oh my goodness. Because of inventory?
Well, no, it's 7 days. It's Friday to Friday.
All right, here we go with pick bans. Let's see the adjustment from Team here if they ban out any champions from last game.
They better. Otherwise, they better have a good answer. I'll be right back. I gotta get the classic.
Go get it. Still ban out the Yone. They really just don't want to deal with the Yone, which is, I mean, it's understandable. Yone can just become such a menace in the later parts of this game. And the Olaf ban, yeah, pretty standard. Are they looking to keep the bans from last game on the side of Homie Humpers? Their adjustment was the Ezreal, yeah? Yeah, and the Amumu. They go for the Amumu ban, but they are, I will say, Homie Humpers is on blue side. They're contemplating whether or not, I'm sure, if they want to ban this Ezreal. Let's see what Team does in response here. What were their bans before? It was Maokai and Sivir on top of these other bans. They still pick the Maokai ban. I wonder if they're gonna make a just like the one adjustment ban, which I think, I mean, it's got to be that Lux. I mean, Lux did so much in that past game to just poke down, catch key targets when they really needed to grab people. I mean, otherwise it was Poppy trying to chase them down. You know what I mean? So that Lux was pretty lethal in game 2. What's the... Yeah, it's the Anivia ban, and I feel like I know where this might be going. We'll see what the adjustment is for Team. Do they ban out the Lux? Do they ban out the Ezreal? What's the play? Nice. Yeah, they pitted him into a really good situation for Homie Humpers here. They still didn't want that Maokai or that Yone, and they said, hey, you're going to have to ban us out a little bit more. You got to give us something or else we're going to take everything. And let's see what this first blue pick is. If I have to guess, it's probably this Ezreal. Five seconds on the clock. They're letting it run down, making some decisions. And it is indeed the Ezreal lock-in, which I think is a wonderful pick. I think Ezreal is just a great addition to so many different team comps, and we saw how lethal it was in that game 1. A nice little takeaway, too. And if you're team, what is the counter here? I mean, it's very funny in the fact that they got rid of the Maokai as well, which is a good pick to be able to keep this Ezreal just, like, locked down. But that's not even an option now. They have Zeri bot lane, which, I mean, not for nothing, did relatively well in Game 2. But what are they going to pair with it? What do they pair? I do fear a little bit for the Zeri in lane if Ezreal gets to be even slightly unleashed. Cilantro. Ladies and gentlemen, cilantro. Shoot me, I don't care, but Ez is D-Chair champ right now? No. I don't believe it. The Soraka pick. Okay, so this is going to be doing a similar job to the Sona, just with less mobility and a lot more healing. Ooh, man. The Rocket. I'm... What? Sona. Oh,
Did I miss something? Like, seriously, did I miss something?
What do you mean?
Did Sona get a buff at some point?
I don't know. I mean, some people really like Sona, and Sona can be good. I mean, they played the Sona well in that other game.
Sure, but like you saw what happened in like later fights, they just die.
They just get deleted. Yeah. I mean, the thing I will say is that Sona does pair well with this Ezreal. It does pair well against the Soraka, so this is, I think, a little bit more of a lane pick. But yeah, a scary pick nonetheless, I do think. Zach is the pick for the... Ooh. All right. Yep. Trundle is a prime pick, okay? Especially against this Sona. Like, Sona's way that she just kind of, like, gets away from you is she either has to flash or she throws down that speed buff and she goes... Trundle don't give a fuck. Trundle is pinning you to a wall with a pillar and is going to force that flash. And I will say Trundle is incredibly good into squishy front lines. So this is going to force Homie Humpers into a situation, most likely, where they're going to have have a little bit beefier of a front line to deal with this Trundle. Because if you only have the Zac that's able to jump in, it's a prime target every time to just steal his stats and run right to the back line.
And then Zach just dies quickly because he's missing stats.
Yeah. The Nico ban, I think, is pretty good. I think Nico kept them in that game for a long time.
Nico's annoying to deal with. Just get rid of it. Got a silence ban so they can't steal the stats that Trundle has stolen.
Oh, God. Oh!
Urgot ban, huh?
Fans out the
Urgot
Urgot.
ban.
I will say,
Huh.
I'm sorry, Soup. That Urgot game was a little bit interesting. The fact that they banned out the Urgot, they were probably just looking at match histories for what had been played. It's still not a bad ban in the fact that Urgot he's decent. He's a good lane bully. He's safe. But oh no.
Okay.
I like
Okay.
that Syndra pick.
That's a good pick. Somebody's getting deleted. I will say they are saving their last pick for top lane, which
Yep.
means I don't know what you do here because like Trundle does get decently tanky, especially because he's stealing stats from somebody. But I'm wondering if you want another front line or if you just want another bruiser. Because I would honestly argue another bruiser that can maybe have a dash. Something with mobility, because Team is very immobile right now. They basically have to run at you. Zeri, has the dash through walls, which is good, but
Be an interesting match
Maybe
mid
we're on
lane.
eventually.
Yeah. I think
Maybe we're
the
on
Ori
eventually.
is. I think it's a decent little mitigation into the Syndra. Oh! On bench the Kench! Let's go. I load up my what was it? 90th game of Tom Kench since the mini rework. I sprawl my Cheeto covered fingers sprawl across the keyboard as I chase my opponent down level 3. Top diff I type. Life is good. It's something like that. Listen, I love the
Yeah,
copy
that was
pasta.
that was incredibly close enough that oh man, Sejuani. You save your last pick for such a boring pick.
Sejuani
upset now.
laning is a little bit different in the fact that like so is Shyvana. She gets to do a little bit more in lane. I don't know how it matches up against Tom Kench. I've never seen this matchup before, so. But a lot of safety on the side of Homie Humpers. You got that Ori shield. You got that Sona speed up. Ezreal blinks. Tom Kench ulties. I feel like there's a lot that they can really do to stop Trundle from just kind of running at them, which is good. We'll see how... I think a lot is going to depend on how this... Oh, man. I'm going to say top lane matchup is going to go. Because I think if Trundle spends some time top lane to get this Sejuani rolling, Sejuani can be a pretty big influence in getting these team fight picks onto key targets. Or Syndra. Like, if Syndra gets even just a little bit of an inkling. I don't think that Zeri Soraka is going to be able to really do much in lane against Ezreal Sona. I'm not going to lie to you. Unless Trundle, spends a decent amount of time there. What are we thinking, chat? Soup lied to me? Wait, what was Soup going to do?
Oh, Supa's gonna play Kane top.
Oh.
I don't think he actually said he was going to, but
Oh, it's Trundle top! Oh,
okay,
I like
makes
that.
more sense.
I like
That
that.
makes way more sense.
Oh, man. Tom Kenshin to Trundle. Oh, man. Damn. I will say
Sounds
this
like
is...
a bad time.
Yeah, Tom Kench should have a little bit of a bad time here. Just in the fact that Trundle is... God, he's so annoying when you can't just, like, outman him in lane. I will say, though, it is, like, Zach could probably find an instance to kind of disrupt this lane. If Trundle gets behind in this lane, he's done for. In jungle, he has a safer way to kind of scale into the game. But if they can stop this Trundle from doing what he needs to in the early parts, they're gonna feel pretty good.
Fair enough. And I mean, like it is nice because like they both have a pretty traditional two big frontliners, a good AP carry, or like control mages in the middle, two strong AD carries, and then two just support or enchanter supports. So it is like this feels like it's just a normal draft for a normal game of League of Legends.
Yeah.
And it is interesting.
Team looking like they take it. I think Team has a pretty clear goal set up for their win condition. I think if you are, Homie Humpers have a decision to make. Do they want to stop this Trundle, or do they want to play the weak side Tom Kench? Do they want to get this Ezreal Sona ahead, or do they want it to just be a farm lane? They got to choose between bot lane and mid or in top lane here, and kind of, just try to find something. Zach is gonna play a pretty big role in this game for Homie Humpers if they wish to try to stop the inevitable Trundle bully, the Syndra getting big and just hitting squishy targets.
I mean, Syndra just presses R on Sona and gets a kill every time, right? Like. Say it's gonna be interesting because Homie Humpers just basically has to run it. That's their team comp. We can run at them.
They got the ball delivery with Zach though too.
Oh no, or sorry, team rather. Sorry, I'm so used to Homie Humpers being on red side. Team has a we have to run at them. Team comp, whereas Homie Humpers because Zach can jump in from a mile away. Tom Kench can pop up from out of nowhere, hit him with the RKO. Ezreal has some maneuverability in team fights to not get to help him not get caught out. Soraka can just mostly keep the team alive until they go down themselves,
And we'll see like if Ezreal's going to be able to get some chip damage in here. If Ezreal can start to chip down, I mean they have the Soraka though, right? So I mean Ezreal's kind of if Ezreal is just kind of behind or even in golds going into the mid game, Raka should be able to heal off most of this damage. It's going to really rely on some good ass engages from Zach Ori to decide these team fights and be able to blow up, especially like the Syndra. Like if they can get Syndra out of the fight, like no problem. If they can manage to get this Zeri, good for them. But Zeri is so nimble against like something like Zach Tom Kench, you know what I mean? She needs to be locked down.
I would say that's when ulti's gonna have to hit. And I mean, like I was thinking about it too, and I feel like the Soraka actually does shore up a little bit of like the issue that team would have with the like not having like be able to all in. Soraka can keep them topped off as they try to make it there, because like Trundle's gonna take a minute to die, and it's probably gonna go Spirit Visage this game. It looks like they might be able to go it for the extra healing and the MR if they really were looking for just some tankiness. There's a chance they can build it, so that even helps with the Soraka. Sejuani should be going Spirit Visage, I would think.
All right.
Maybe not really, but
Here we go. We got 30 seconds on the clock before the game starts, ladies and gents. Who are we calling? I already see a couple people saying team is looking primed and ready to go to take the series here. Or do we see the reverse sweep?
the mini reverse sweep.
All right, start to load in here in just a sec.
This one definitely seems like it's gonna be
Gotta give it to Shaq.
Thank goodness. Let's go, Shaq.
Take care, James. Much love.
Bye, James.
That Trundle skin, man.
So great.
So goofy. I love it.
Just eating a pizza.
Pizza sounds so good.
Pizza always sounds good.
We got some cheers for Fuyu in chat here. Loading on in. Do I see a C9 banner on the side of Syndra? Well, 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 I didn't realize we were like finishing second place.
Just kidding. I didn't know we like chokers in this home.
Just kidding. All right.
Losing to the third or fourth place seed.
Here we are, loaded up into game 3. They're picking out this Orianna barrier. They have a double TP on the side of red here. So they have a little bit more in terms of map damage, but it kind of, Lux is playing to, or sorry, yeah, his Lux is playing to stay alive in lane here. Be able to scale safely. Just a regular 5 fan out here. Oh. They do spot Alves hopping into this river bush. Everybody is just out of vision and they're congregating around. Unfortunately, Zach walks forward and he presses W. But they do end up getting the flash, which is huge. Not having flash on Alves this early on is pretty massive.
As long as he doesn't do anything too crazy.
Nothing too zany.
Yeah, might be okay. Possibly able to make it work even. How did I get ahead of you?
Alright. Both junglers are starting their reds here. Gonna wind up on opposite sides of the map.
Finally. Took till game 3 to get there, but we got there.
Ladies and gentlemen,
But,
we got.
at least there was a little bit of action, you know. At least there was, you know, somebody tried to do something.
Was exciting, I have to admit.
No, it was. They put a little, you know, blood in the veins to... No, minute 30 is a long time to wait for nothing to happen.
All right. And here we are starting off. Zeri has a little bit of a push. Oh, I got the pause now. Oh, never mind. Zeri gets a little bit of a push advantage in this wave here. They should be able to get the level 2 first. Duck ends up taking a little bit more in terms of the trade. Just with these minions not being pushed into too far. They get the level 2. Throws down the Q. Manages to just tap onto Duck and brings him pretty low here. Does have a couple of potions just to get himself back up.
Now it's my turn to freeze.
Oh no.
But I will say that's the thing is that like I just
Oh,
Sona
they
feels
noticed
so
that Zeri
punishable.
is not. She is completely alone. Oh my God, Zach is in the back line here. He gets the double tap, and that's first blood. This is massive. Souls is looking for the trade in onto the Ezreal, but that flash is not going to get you anywhere other than dead. Back to the fountain, and we have ourselves a game already. Oh my. The worst possible outcome you can look for.
That is some wrong place, wrong time going on right there. Unfortunately.
They thought that because he started in that bot side quadrant too, that he would probably just go and do a full clear, but this we've seen Smalls. Yeah, Smalls I don't think has done a full. He hasn't done a full clear in all the games we've watched. I think he has cleared one side and just gone for an immediate gank.
Better jungler than I. I'd be telling my team, hey, I'm farming up real quick. You just don't die.
You hold the phone right now.
Okay, that's a lie. It depends on who I'm playing. If I'm playing Nocturne, you ain't getting a gank till 6.
Some nice little poke from CLT, but a nice trade in damage. And this is what we're talking about with the Orianna. Just a good kind of pick into the Syndra just to trade back pretty effectively. And pause. Rip.
It's over.
It's all
Holy
over
moly,
now.
the most incredible thing has happened in this game.
Alves
exact
is
moment that
looking
you
mid
paused.
lane, but the minion wave is just so stacked. And Trundle has not really gone on the offensive here. He's just been focusing these minions, which is, if I'm gonna be honest, not why you pick Trundle top. But you know, we'll see if he's able to do anything when he hits 6 here.
So that is almost down 10 CS. That doesn't feel too good. Say it's bot lane comes right back. They're still not afraid to bully. You know, Ezreal might have gotten that kill there, but they're still down in CS.
Tom Kench, he smells a little bit of chum in the water and he backs away.
Says sun don't feel right. Sun feels cold. So yeah, at least we got the double Freljord up in the you know, top and jungle on the side of team. So they already got some synergy there. But the thing that's nice too is that so far, a lot of these, like even these, like in the first game, you know, the early game almost didn't dictate or show who was going to be able to pull out the victory. It wasn't until the mid game that you were like, oh, okay, this is the way the game is going.
Yeah.
So the early game almost feels useless between these two teams. It's all about who can hold it together the longest. Uh-oh. Zach looking for a lane gank here, but they got the ward down, so they know he's there.
Yeah, Zach looking for the lane gank, but there's not really much you can do here. Oh, nice little sidestep from his Lux just to dash away from that, yeah, the Syndra Bulls.
I'd say that is a very strenuous mid lane matchup there. It's got to be both sides just kind of like, you know, just they're both really good at balls, you know. They both throw balls.
Yeah, that is lane. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing. Oh, what happened?
No, Bazooka just went for that E in onto the E forward onto Zeri in your tower, and I'm just that kind of stuff always makes, you know, leaving yourself that open, not knowing where the jungler is, can feel very very sketchy at the very least. That's the word I'm looking for, sketchy.
And so far, this Trundle pick is not doing what they were kind of hoping. He's now stepping up to the wave here. Finally, just goes as an all-in, drops the ulti, but Tom Kench is just gonna run away at this point. This is what I was saying with you can't just wait until level 6. Unfortunately, because you have to be able to chip him down before you drop that ulti on him. He's just gonna
Now
ditch.
he's got his ulti still.
Nice damage from Ezreal.
I would say it's kind of crazy they gave it to him. Yep, he's just ulting him again, but this time Tom Kench is the one that's got, you know, still has ulti. So,
Tom Kench
ooh.
is hopping in. He's 1 away from getting the proc here. Grabs him in his
There
mouth.
it is.
Gonna drop him right in, and
Probably
the
solo
flash
kill.
is not gonna save him.
Ooh, questionable call on the flash there. Was hoping, you know, but I don't think there was any chance on that one to get out. But that, I mean, that sets up an easy gank for Zach now, because we saw how the 1v1 goes. And it's all going to depend on Trundle being able to get the ulti. But even if he does get the ulti, all he can do is walk away at this point. So if that person just, you know, doesn't die or walks away from him,
Oh man.
fine. Fighting inside the minions here.
Yeah, that's a bit rough. I mean, he's getting massively baited. Soraka ulti coming through just to keep him nice and healthy. Alves is gonna get jumped on. Blocks the Sejuani ulti, takes it right to the face, and now Smalls is just creating chaos in this front line. Bussy Blaster trying to get Alves down for that last little chunk of damage. He's so close to being able to eat him, but
Ooh, he wanted
no.
it. Ulti's still down for another.
Oh, yep, it
halfway
is.
over. Yep. But even still, That tongue. If he was able to land that tongue lash stun, that was probably a dead boar. And now they're going right down to the Rift Herald. They know that Sejuani's too low to probably contest. Well, Sejuani is too low to contest this.
Yeah, I got the shove in mid lane too. Just a bunch of added safety.
Say, it looks like Homie Humpers across the map doing pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like they got their number here.
But we'll see if Team 2 can bring it back. See what happens in the mid game when they start to come together as a team.
Yeah, because I was gonna say their team cohesion's really, really good. Like once they get into these fights, they usually have been doing a really good job at just kind of managing their way through team fights in general. But they gotta get there first. Sejuani is looking. They do have a ward in that that bush, but
Ooh,
oh
Zach.
no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
It's
Oh boy! And the unleashed teleport is now here.
it's going to be a testament to Trundle's mental after this game.
I did say, if that Trundle does not get to do anything in lane, it's gonna be a hard game for Team here. Yeah, it's especially because Syndra's being kind of mitigated in mid lane here, isn't gonna be able to do too much. Just a nice safe lane, and bot lane is pretty safe as well. Ezreal's up a little bit.
I wonder what the delayed on the Rift Herald was. I wonder if they were thinking if it was actually worth using it there or not. But they're not going to greed out for it. They're not going to try and get that extra turret plating. I don't think it's going to go down, but...
They're looking for a gank here.
Oh, it will go down. Holy moly. Had to get that turret plate. But nobody was there to claim it. Sad, sad. Drake's up here shortly. Sejuani is already in the bot lane, so... hopefully
Yeah,
they can set up
34
for
seconds
that.
before that dragon is spawned up. Sejuani is still looking for a gank. Bazooka is getting pretty close here. The silence almost tags. Zeri pops the ulti. Sejuani ulti comes through. An instant cleanse from Bazooka just to keep safe.
I'm not gonna lie, the way that Sona was walking, I thought they were baiting something. I legit, they made me think that Sejuani was on their side. with the way Duck was moving there.
Flash forward from Duck, they catch Zeri, but the... Oh my god, the ulti from Soraka and the heal is not enough to keep Zeri alive. Just gets chunked right down. Nice heads-up play. And I love to see... Yeah, that's so satisfying from Zach.
Yeah, I was saying, I mean, that's why, you know, they banned... I don't remember which game, but I'm pretty sure that Team did ban the Ezreal. Oh no, it was Homie Humpers that banned the Ezreal.
Yeah.
Team took the Ezreal in the first game. But I was saying
Oh my lord.
And then, yep. This
Seven is just trying to walk away, but Bussy Blaster is just being very, very patient here.
And now he doesn't have a W.
He grabs the ulti onto him. He might be able to live, yeah. He's going to back up to his tower, but for how long here?
Yeah, it's... Ooh, his Lux is also here with the Orianna ball.
Sejuani is almost here.
Sejuani peek it.
Nope, that's just
hits it. Kill right
that is just a dead Trundle.
I apologize for saying what I said about the early game not seeming to matter in these last two games. It's really starting to matter in this last game here. Good showing on Homie Humper's ability to, you know, just be able to adapt to what they need to do.
And Ezreal is basically at the point where he can just stay in lane safely. And Zach is just, oh man, he has just been a terror around this map here. They're now looking for an angle to even maybe tower dive. If they're able to get right on the Soraka, there's not much they can do. Soraka's flash is still down.
Zach hasn't even popped their passive yet this game, you know, so 13, almost 14 minutes into the game. Let's see some spice. Even Soraka's healing's having a hard time keeping up with the damage output from the bot lane.
Yeah. And with
What
top
is your
tower
involvement?
down, it opens up this team to be able to really spread this map wherever they want. Oh, gets the
That
tag
even
back
hit
in,
the Syndrome.
tosses the ball, gets, oh, the flash off CLT.
That's huge. Well played from both sides. Ooh, Sejuani's coming around,
Sejuani's
though.
wrapping around, but they really do not have a lot of resources. It forces the
Tom Kench.
TP from Tom Kench. Oh!
Ooh, Bazooka's damage is disgusting. This Ezreal. And another repeat gank out of the mid lane, but the sun comes out, so should be able to walk away.
He's going to be able to walk away. And
Almost
Alves is here to
kind of
support.
incredible. The homie Humpers was not able to get anything. Ooh, he's going right in. Dashes right in. He gets the stun off.
Yep, she does have the ulti to just drop it right on. Isn't going to be able to eat in time. A nice drag back onto CLT, and he is dead to rights. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, we have more fighting. Tom Kench gives a little bit of ice cream. So good. And this should be a dead Alves.
Chasing down the board at this point. You know, no amount of fancy feat's gonna get you out of that one, unfortunately. And look, hold up a minute. Seven getting something back on the top side. That is not only tower, but that is bounty gold for the rest of the team. Never count them out. Somehow still even in CS though. Like that is actually kind of incredible.
Yeah, it's just that
Oh,
Trundle
three
secure
is-
on his Q is crazy.
True. I'm gonna go back now. Let's see if they get their Divine Sunderer, because I'm assuming that's what they're building. Yes, it is. And they do get it. There's a Divine Sunderer and some boots. Let's
And
see if,
they're picking out this Rift Herald here. It's pretty much theirs to take, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I don't think they want to fight it, but I mean the Syndra pick showing that, you know, and good on Alves for like no fear. It's just like, hey, we need to go for this play. They get the return kill. Sure, it's a 2-for-1, but you know, getting any kind of swing is good when you're this far down anyway.
One thing is that they do not have the man advantage here. They do have to be a little bit careful. Duck gets hopped on immediately. A nice ulti just to separate them. We have 7. Oh boy. We do have Zeri end up going down here. They're on the Syndra now. All they have to do is be able to get this kill on the Syndra, and they should just win this team fight. Double kill from Zac. 7 is ticking down, trying to run away, but you can't run away from all that damage.
And that is the problem. Like I said, they can only run at you on team. So that means that they're being this far behind. They have no method of being able to get out if they get jumped in on, if they don't have flash.
And I think this is the best I've seen Homie Humpers actually play thus far from everything that we've casted. This is just a really, really solid game of knowing how strong you are, where your priority is, what your win conditions are. Just phenomenal gameplay.
Yeah, no, they're doing real good. Like they almost could have gotten a perfect game in this game, but you know, it's just because it's not a perfect game doesn't mean that it's not a really, really good one. We'll see if TNT can pull off some other, you know, pull off some stuff. Because I mean, even in this game, you know, they're not even letting Zeri get push mid for free. Ezreal goes to answer. They don't gotta send everybody to, you know, get Drake. They're just gonna go ahead and order the smorgasbord of Drakes and get every single one on the map.
And the Drake is gonna be spawning just a little bit after this Baron for Soul, and that's scary. I'm not gonna lie to you. Having like a 22? Like a 21.5 minute like Soul availability pop up is pretty spoopy when you're this far ahead.
For sure. And especially because anything on the map is Homie Humpers. It's surprisingly not a 10k gold lead. It feels like it's one, but it is not.
Oh, Bazooka does get tagged insta cleanses. Oh, clutch. That's why we take that summoner spell, ladies and gents.
Not for nothing. Bazooka is showing nothing but hands. I don't even know if you take this fight. It still seems really difficult.
They're locking him down pretty well, but oh, they managed to cancel the out and pin him to the wall. That should be a dead Tom Kench. Zach is gonna come in. He's still alive. Manages to eat Trundle, but he still ends up going down. Meanwhile, we have a teleport coming in.
A lot of sun.
Oh, umbrellas on the ulti, unfortunately.
Not watching where the ball was going on that one. That could have been huge, but
Duck trying to flex on Sirach. I love support fights. I love it.
Ooh.
Small says he's not done. I mean, this is an interesting decision on Blue Side's part. They're really feeling themselves right now. Duck is... Oh, it does manage to kill.
Lux doesn't have ulti here, so...
Oh, the TP! Smalls ends up living. He's gonna die, and they manage to flip this team fight.
Bazooka is here. It is over.
Is she gonna be able to put down this stun, separate Cole the Weak, whatever the fuck it is?
And they're gonna be... I guess they're just gonna be looking right for Baron.
Yeah, I mean, it's 20 minutes on the dot.
I'll say it was looking like it was almost Homie Humper's game to throw in that right there, but ended up coming through and being okay with it.
Yeah, pretty clutch TP on Tom Kench's part there, just to make sure that they didn't torrentially throw.
Yeah, I would say that I was a little. I guess I was overestimating it. You know, it is Trundle's ultimate is like a huge equalizer. Because I didn't think that Trundle and Sejuani were gonna actually be able to kill Tom Kench there. But underestimating the Trundle ulti.
It was a good lining of just like a train of CC. They chained it pretty well.
Yeah, I mean Trundle was holding that E, so that way he was waiting for that W from, or the whatever it's called from Tom Kench. Something about the deep or whatever.
The goobly goobly.
No, that's the ulti. But now it is crazy to think that Homie Humpers do have their boots on their throats, but not even going at a fast pace here. Bazooka is in the bot lane and the Baron is up. Interesting call. Just does not want Trundle to get anything extra. They don't want him back in the game. And ooh, they get a catch onto the Syndra here.
Oh.
Ooh, big Orianna ulti. It's looking like it's a pretty doomed angle here. Just a little bit. Can we get a penta on the Zac? That is the question.
That is the question indeed. He does get the triple here. Trundle is running for his absolute life here. Is managing to get himself out. And
they're not even gonna bother chasing down the Sejuani. It's not even worth it at this. But that was a huge play from the Zac to catch out the Syndra into the Orianna triple ulti. And they're gonna just go ahead and get Baron. Screw it. It's kind of crazy, actually, now that you think about it. This is kind of the inverse of game one.
Yeah, where it was like no objective could be Homie Humpers whatsoever. Like they had to concede a lot.
And then like the score line even being what it is. I think it's a little bit later into the game in game one, but I feel like Homie Humpers at this point just roll as a team and
yeah, they're just probably gonna want to pick up this Dragon Soul and look to end the game. I mean, Alves is trying to get his blue buff here, which is pretty ambitious.
I don't think Team gets to get anything in this game. They're not allowed. They have been grounded. The baby gate is up.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the siege is just very, very solid for Team Homie Humpers. And like you said, on red side, they have to run at them. When you're under a tower, what are you gonna do? Like, there's no like angles other than Sejuani, who can look to kind of flank and catch somebody under tower to give them advantage. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough time trying to stop this siege from Homie Humpers.
It is kind of funny because I feel like even though it's not an exact 1-to-1, but when I first started playing League back in like 2012 or whatever, one of the things that my friend that one of the people that got me into it said was, you loaded into a team with no CC, you might as well just exit the game and wait for it to be over. And it might not be a CC issue, but it is a maneuverability issue.
My
know.
face every time I had a Nidalee jungle.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Tower, what can you do?
Yeah, just look at that amount of damage just being pumped. Zeri's trying her best to get this siege minion, but yeah.
Soraka is trying.
Oh my god.
At least them healing numbers are gonna look real good. Oh, Zach, please don't do it. They have a wife and kids. They have families to think about.
Do they?
Everybody, it's not anymore. If ooh, here we go. Huge ulti stun on the duck, but like you can't even get to the Sona. Huge Sona stun here.
Yeah, Sona gets stunned up, but not really much comes of it. A nice re-engage from Smalls, just a hop on 3 key members. He's looking for the re-engage on the Q. Flashes forward, but they're already dead. This should be game right here, ladies and gentlemen.
Game 3. Looks like it's going to Homie Humpers. They might be padding the stats a little bit first, but
It's... just sitting outside the Nexus here. Oh no. Duck, no!
On a duck.
Oh my god.
Oh, I realized I was a little bit ahead of you on that last.
Oh, it's okay, it's okay. I mean, you were kind of stating the things as they were about to happen. Anyways, we're like, yeah, we kind of know.
What a
series, yeah.
Entertaining to say the least.
Let's go, Homie Humpers. We get the reverse sweep. Duck lives matter. I can't believe what you just did to my boy. He had a perfect... Dude! He was going to be 0-0-19 and you put him in the... Oh my god.
I'd be tilted.
I would be tilted. I'd be like, bro, no way. No way. Do we want to get somebody from the game for an interview? Give us a representative from your team for an interview right now.
Who's gonna do it?
Who's it gonna be? I want to hear y'all talk your shit. Leaving the team. Oh my god. Let's see. Actually, we might as well just hop. We might as well just hop right in their comm here, if we're allowed to. Here, let's see if we can. It looks like we can. Yeah. All right, hop in with me.
All right.
To that last play.
All right.
You troll.
Let's hear it. Let's hear some post-game interviews here.
Hello.
How are we feeling about the dub?
Great.
We're not that bad.
We're not bad. Let's go. Oh, I forgot that Josh is no longer going to be seen. He's just a complete black bar now.
Oh yeah, because it's all right.
So,
Didn't need to be seen.
I actually really liked the drafting that you guys had for the later 2 games there. I think just like some really smart draft decisions. That Alawi game was very funny, I have to admit. And then how did that Trundle Tom Kench matchup feel? Run me through it.
Perfectly fine, as long as I don't. I just have to wait for his little his W to go down, like his attack speed and whatnot.
Yeah.
I just have to do that. I just wait that out, and then I can, hitting him.
Hit him with the tongue lashes.
Yeah. And then just bait out his pillar, and then I can just go all in after that. And like he just tried to fight me in big waves when I had a big wave on my end. He just tried to fight me.
Yeah, I did notice that. It seemed like he waited until level 6 to kind of like fully just engage on you, and by then you're like, all right, I'm just hopping out.
Yeah. It was fun overall.
How does it? I think this might be the first Sona game that I've seen where Sona is on the winning team.
That was my next question. Is there something I missed about Sona? Because I've been seeing a decent amount of them being picked. What am I missing?
She got a new skin.
I guess, but
know.
I mean, I
And
haven't
this-
even seen that champion touched.
In this Soraka, it feels, I don't know, it's not that bad. It feels good. Because you do more damage to her than she does to you as long as you avoid her, her W, or whatever it is. Which is easy because you have your speed up.
I was gonna say, alongside the Ezreal poke, it was quite a lot for, especially towards the later parts of the lane. Soraka literally just could not heal Zeri up enough.
Yeah.
Were you
Also,
surprised to get the?
they were like funneling. So Sejuani would come in, then fucking Trundle would be there. And it was just easy to line, like, bring up the Ori ball, the Zac jump in, Sona ult. Cam's just hitting in the back.
Guess it's easy when the team can only run at you, but also, were you guys surprised to get the Ezreal pick in the game 3?
I love it. That draft is so sick.
So I thought what was kind of nice was Fuyu had, got his chance to play his Lux, which is cool. And I figured, with first pick, we have a lot of things we can pick, and I was just like, if that game 2 was gonna, like, I feel like all 3 games the laning was just kind of like whatever. And it was clear game 2 and 1 that it was just like their jungler does want to put a little bit more pressure down there if we're overextended at all. So I was just like, I mean, free lane, and it's not like Ezreal's great into Zeri, but I just thought like overall, with the Sona pick, or like with anything we could have picked if it was first, it's just a really flexible champ that I'm comfortable with. And yeah, I thought it gives us some more flexibility among our other members too, to kind of scope out the draft and be put in a more comfortable position. But I think overall it was nice. Like in the team fights, there was the one Rift Herald fight I thought was winning for us initially anyway, just because of items. But in terms of positioning, it was super hilarious because I was just like, bro, if I wasn't playing Ezreal, like I was like fighting for my life at the start of that. I was like, dude, we're kind of surrounded. And Cody ended up living somehow too. I actually asked Cody, I was like, how'd you even live?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Fight? 'Cause, like,
what?
I was like fighting for my own life, and he's just like still alive next to me afterwards. So I'm like, dude, what'd you go through? Like I didn't see what happened.
More stories.
Yeah, so it was good, but I just thought like it was good overall, just 'cause that Ezreal is one of the best like defensive ADs. So in situations like that, it's kind of just like you find yourself like unscathed sometimes, which was good. But I'm just proud of the team. I thought Sue played really well today. Everyone, Fuyu, Isaac, the Zac, which is a really cool pick.
Yeah, the Zac was pretty
Yeah.
nasty.
I was also happy to see the Poppy, like to see the J4 and then immediately just lock in Poppy, and you're just like, I don't care what the rest of this team has to bring. I'm a huge fan of the Poppy pick, so I was glad to see that.
Yeah, the
And then
worst part
just-
of that was the whole time we were like, let's pick J4 on R1. Okay, J4 R1. And then they locked in blue on it, and we're like, okay.
It was interesting in the fact that they picked J4. I didn't even notice until halfway through the game. They picked in J4, and they were like, yeah, okay, we got some like really strong early ganking strength. And I'm like, wait, what lane do you even go to as J4 here? Like, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
He tried to go mid, but like we saw just Fuyu just kind of like walk off stage left and throw like a Q, and you're like, yeah, there's nothing he can really do. Like,
Lux gameplay.
the Lux counterplay.
Also, I do have to ask, game 1 draft, what was the thought process? Because I did not understand a thing about how that was supposed to work. So I don't know if you guys mind enlightening me, or you don't want to give away too much.
I'll describe it. I think overall, like, it's definitely a draft that was some limit test in some areas, but like overall, like Ezreal, for example, is really hard to catch out usually, right? But one barrel into a Yasuo ult, like we had that one time in that lane gank, it's like pretty hard to just live from that. Like you have to flash immediately away from the barrel, or flash whatever, whether it's Rel or Gragas E. So it's like, hypothetically speaking, we have like a really good just like finish someone off right from the jump. And then Ziggs does good into Mal's, and just overall, I think Mal's was picked after, but Ziggs I feel like is really underrated. He's pretty good. And then for top, Gangplank usually does good into Mordekaiser. So it's like across the board, it seemed like we were fine. I just think that first skirmish went really unfortunate for us. I think if we win that, the game goes a bit differently.
Mm.
At least in my opinion, I don't think the draft was like. It just the game was kind of unfortunate after losing like the first two fights.
And I feel like Team understood kind of the game plan. Amumu was just like looking constantly in bot lane at any given moment. You're like, all right, Yasuo gonna look to get a little aggro here. All right, I'm gonna flash ulti. He saved every single flash ulti for bot lane. It was like, oh my god, bruh.
Yeah, and overall it was pretty good. Just thought process wise, but I knew kind of going into 2 and 3, maybe just pick something a bit more simple. And that was kind of our try to do something different, or at least from my point of view. But yeah, sometimes those games happen.
Yeah, and I mean, I can't believe that. Like, as soon as I saw who you get Lux, I was like, wow, they literally just let it happen.
Yes.
And
My name is his Lux.
and last thing before
Yeah,
we
right?
do go here, you guys have Team Scorch, I believe, next week here. Do you have any words for Team Scorch?
On bench the Kench.
Dude's gonna load up his 500 million game of Tom Kench
Yes,
covered
it's
in
the
his
many-
Cheeto-crusted fingers.
All right, beautiful. Thanks for your time, guys. I appreciate it. Congratulations. on
Thanks
the
for
win.
streaming,
Thanks for
Absolutely.
streaming.
Thank you for streaming.
You.
Thanks
Take
for the
care,
good
boys.
and
games.
happy birthday.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, my bad. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, King. Yeah.
Sorry.
What the fuck did I do?
I don't know. I'm missing out. It's well, I'm not entirely sure. But take care, boys. Thank you. And thank you so much for joining, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening. If you're enjoying the content, make sure to hit that sub button. We will be streaming team. We have another game tomorrow. It's going to be... Give me 1 second here. We are going to have... Team Sasageo against Team Sad Jellyfish, I believe, here. Let me just check to make sure I'm not messing things up. Yep. This should be actually a pretty interesting matchup. I think that this is at 9 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check for you guys, but make sure to check out the cast for tomorrow. We're going to have a pretty hypey, hopefully best of 3 games here. And yeah, I will catch you then and there. Thank you so much for joining. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your evening. And as always, my friends, stay beautiful.